Bloodybits Horror Show with your host, Eddie the Axe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bloodybits Horror Show. I'm your host, Eddie the Axe Jefferson, and joining me this week, first of all, we've got the host of the Mustachioed Podcastio and friend of the show, Daniel. What's going on, buddy?
What is up, Eddie? I'm so glad to be back. I've been wanting to come back, and you have a busy schedule. You're super important now, so it's been hard to get back onto the show. But thanks for making some time.
Yeah, yada yada yada. No problem, man. Because you're not alone, though. You brought a friend with you.
I did. I brought a friend of mine, so that way he could pull all the weight.
Yeah, exactly. Because another second-time guest of the show has returned. Ladies and gentlemen, from our most popular episode, Dawn of the Dead, Mr. Tim Yobo, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up, fellas?
What is up, bruh?
I'm glad to be back. Actually, you know what? I'm surprised. I thought this was like a bonus episode or something. But I'm on the main feed again. Wow.
Oh, this is legitimate shit
Pleasant
right now.
surprise. I should have put more work into the movie.
So I was considering making this a bonus episode. However, because the Patreon's kind of just started up, I want to kind of give people a taste of what you can expect on the Patreon, but for free. Normally, the bonus episodes are the Bloodybits Weekenders. They're for the BBW lovers. And I think this is a very, very fitting title that we brought in today. Again, normally I usually have a guest pick a movie, but I saw this one. I read the taglines of it, and I thought, man, somebody's got to be talking about this. And it turns out they're not. So who better?
Yeah, I haven't really seen much about this movie out there. So, and some of my friends that are really into horror have never seen it. In fact, I was even telling Terry about this from the Grime Bin. He's been on the show, right? Eddie?
Yeah.
And him and Shane, and he mentioned he hadn't seen this one yet either. So
wow,
yeah,
deep cut, Eddie. Deep
So I'm looking forward to talking about it.
Oh yeah. So the movie we're talking about today is the wonderful classic 1985's The Nailgun Massacre.
Watch out.
Is it a classic if nobody knows about it?
It's a hidden classic.
It's a hidden gem. After this, it will be a classic.
Written and directed by Terry Lofton, who's actually a old stuntman off the Dukes of Hazzard.
Holy shit.
That makes a couple of scenes make sense.
It makes a lot of this make a lot of sense. Oh, God. So just a couple of fun facts about it before we get started, fellas. Apparently, the original script for this movie was 80 pages long, which is about, average, I suppose. But then their budget was reduced, so the script got cut down to 25 pages.
And it's all one person's dialogue.
Yeah, basically. Then, not to mention that the distributors, they saw it and they said, hey, can you guys cut in some additional scenes of nudity? And that note, they definitely took to heart.
I was going to say, and that they did.
Mm-hmm. This is like, if teenage me saw this in the movie, well, this wasn't even the movie, it just went straight to video, I would be very, very happy within the first 5 minutes of this movie. I scored. Watch.
You would have been very happy within the first minute of this movie.
Oh, God.
Yeah, teenage me would have been happy in the first minute, that's right. I would have been ready to go 5 minutes later, though.
Oh, man.
You would have gotten that second win just in time.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was just waiting for Bronson in the first scene, man. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. I would have loved that.
Yeah, it starts right off the bat, doesn't it?
Yeah, they don't wait at all.
Yeah. And the other note that I have is that writer-director Terry Lofton said the movie was inspired by some construction worker buddies of his, and he saw them having real-life nail gun battles at a construction site.
Oh, I thought they were having a real life something else.
Yeah, I thought that was like, hey, he got a couple of his friends drunk, and they started telling stories out of school. And he's like, hey, I can make this into a movie.
I don't think so, Tim.
Boy, those construction guys really get what they want. Oof.
Yeah, they get a lot done.
So they were actually playing with nail guns.
Yeah, they were. Not in the movie, but his buddies
well, in
were.
real life, that inspired this movie.
Yeah, they were just having a little nail gun fight. That's a great idea.
Yeah, I thought BB gun fights were kind of fucking insane. Nail gun fight, that's next level. Like, dodge that shit.
Some Happy Gilmore
shit.
You
need a shield. Like, fuck that.
You need a pretty thick shield.
Yeah. Fuck that. I'd be like, hey, only the tiny nails, half-inch nails only.
It doesn't sound like a lot of fun, guys. So, like you said, Tim, how does the movie start? Well, we get some music, and we get probably 11 to 12 guys gang raping a woman.
I thought it was like 6.
I don't know.
It looks like a lot. I didn't pause it and count.
It's interesting because they all kind of feel like the same guy, but also different. There's like one guy's wearing like a polka dot green hat for no reason.
There's a lot of plaid going on.
A lot of plaid. They all kind of blend a little bit.
Well, they're supposed to be construction workers, and like
they love their plaid.
Construction workers, they all pretty much look the fucking same, don't they?
They do.
So they all just look like the guys you'd beat up in a construction site level of Streets of Rage.
Oh, yeah, they'd be coming around.
Yeah, none of these guys are doing, like, any heavy lift.
One guy has a great mustache, too.
Yeah, there's one guy doing all the work, and, like, everyone else is just sort of, like, it's like watching a game, and there's a guy with his hat off, like, he has his hat, and he just keeps kind of smacking him in the crotch.
No, it looks like he's fanning their crotches.
Oh, he's fanning it. He's trying to keep that stuff, mild.
No. They're on sand. And I'm like, dude, you're just making the situation worse.
That wasn't sand. That was brown that was brown sugar.
Oh, the shit, they work at a sugar factory.
This is a really
Why is this sugar so fucking clumpy?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm just going to pretend that's brown sugar and just get past this.
Yeah, because doing that on brown sugar is better.
You gotta admit, it'll be sweeter.
Yeah.
Take that out, please.
Can we start over?
Yeah, hold on. Let me edit that real quick.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There we go. No problem. So, yeah, that's where we start the movie. And boy, oh boy, where do we go from here? Well, we cut to credits and some dude just like moaning over a weird voice modulator. And it's fucking terrible. Like, what are we doing here, guys?
I'm really convinced that the movie, the original like concept of it, came from a guy who got a voice modulator and was like, I got to do something with this.
That's why I started a podcast.
I know. It's kind of amazing.
I have a soundboard. What the fuck can I do with it?
Let's figure this out.
I'm just driving my wife crazy with it. Who else can I drive crazy?
Yeah, it's like Super Nintendo, like 16-bit level sound, like voice modulator sound.
Well, it's another thing. It's like the New York City Ripper, isn't it? Where it doesn't make any fucking sense, the voice. And what is the voice modulator inside the helmet? Where's the speaker?
He has a PA system, like a portable one that he takes with him, and he kind of plants it in the woods.
So he's got to carry a fucking compressed air tank and a speaker, and now he's got to carry a little generator to power the speaker.
Yeah, because if not, it would be like Bane. Like, nobody would understand what the fuck he's saying. You're like, wait, what do you want?
I had subtitles turned on, and it did not work out pretty well for this movie again.
Oh, the subtitles that are on this, I feel like the person doing the subtitles gave up halfway through the fucking movie. They're like,
where they just put the word curse when somebody's cursing, and they just write, literally it just says curse.
Yeah, it just says use context clues. Use context clues.
You're watching a movie called Nailgun Massacre, motherfucker. You don't have to pay attention.
Figure it out.
No one's watching this movie to read. Just look at the tits.
Oh, God.
So now, well, we cut to a lady, and she's out hanging laundry. And folks, I got homesick when I saw this, man. Just middle of nowhere, house up on cinder blocks.
Yeah, this looked like a Rob Zombie movie scene. Like, it just made
this is like poor people.
Yeah, yep, those are my people.
Yeah, you could just smell the sadness of it was difficult to look at that.
You just smell the Trump vote.
But at least they have clean clothes.
That's true, yeah. Except the man who's inside of the house screaming, he's pissed off because he doesn't have a clean shirt ready. And I'm like, how can you tell?
And with all that hair on his fucking arms and shoulders, does he need a shirt?
The body hair in this movie.
I was going to say, a lot of body hair. They were not ashamed of that. They embraced it in this one. It's a lot. They don't shame.
It was a different time. I think that was probably right around the cusp. Like probably the last time you would see a lot of body hair in movies, right?
I think so. I mean, I know I shaved my back after this, just in case. There's not even that much back there.
You're not sure. You can't see it, but just maybe.
Just kind of closed my eyes and went at it.
Gotta get to that, man. I'm slowly turning into a werewolf. Not good.
Well, it gives her a little something to grab back there, a little grip.
Yeah,
a little grip.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like grabbing you by the short hairs, isn't
And
it?
you run your fingers through my hair, my back hair.
Yeah, right.
Not good, man.
So yeah, he's like yelling, like, "Where's my shirt? You're supposed to leave out a shirt."
Right, because what, he's going to court? Like, what the fuck could this guy have going on in a day?
Just pick something up from the floor, man. You'll be fine. It's all the same.
He's worn the same shirt 3 times in a row. He doesn't want to be embarrassed wearing it 4 times to the general store.
It's a good point. It's a good point. But, all of a sudden, we see someone stalking up. And, dude, this outfit is killer. So good.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
So we've got a motorcycle helmet that I have to assume somehow the voice modulator is like built into the motorcycle helmet. I have no idea.
Is that why there's so much masking tape all over the fucking front of the helmet?
Well, no, that's because this is a huge mystery, the entire fucking movie, as to who is doing the killing.
But you just keep the visor down. Why put all that masking tape all over the fucking front of the helmet?
If the sun hits it just right, you can see the face. She was just trying to be very precautious. I couldn't imagine. I could barely hit someone with a nail gun without a helmet on. You put the helmet on with the duct tape, and there's just a little slit where I can actually see through. I ain't hitting shit. Like, I would need to get point blank.
And
right in
I
front
don't
of
know. I'm not exactly sure what state this movie takes place in, but it looks like it's a hot fucking state.
Kind of swampy, maybe.
It's supposed to be Texas.
Is it?
Oh, and it's that. I don't know if it's Texas. It might be. It could be like, I don't know.
With
maybe
their fucking lax nail gun laws, of course it is.
it's definitely East. It's definitely like East Texas.
Well,
Baby.
you see some Texas license plates, and later on the doctor talks about needing some results back from Dallas.
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's right.
Yeah, and
The
not to
thing that
mention...
doesn't make any sense and doesn't pay back anything at all in the movie.
Yeah,
Yeah. Of course.
Not to mention you just hear gunshots near that cabin just randomly.
Oh man, all of a sudden it happens, and it happens
Yes.
after they deliver a fucking line, and it's
Yeah.
like for the rest, like 10 minutes, it's just bang, bang, bang. It's like you're living in fucking South Central instead of South Texas.
Yeah, they're doing a little retrofitting to the plot. So, yeah, we got the motorcycle helmet. We've got some terrible camo and just like a jumpsuit. And I just made a note. It looks like the air tank, the compressed air tank is like taped to the overalls.
Yes.
It's very
And
interesting.
it's a bright yellow tank, so it kind of negates wearing the camo.
You're right. Should have been painted or some shit. Something.
Yeah, that's
It's weird because
Right?
it's weird because this killer, who we'll find out is a killer, starts loading slowly. Like really takes time to start. Like maybe load before you get there, but the lady doesn't even notice it. Like
Well, I think what it is, it's to show us that this is a nail gun because he has the nails going in.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very weird because the POV, it looks like the killer is coming right up behind the lady who's doing the laundry with her little kid there. And then all of a sudden just veers all the way off and the killer's standing there and the lady could see. All she has to do is like fucking lift her eyes up and could see exactly where the killer is standing.
yeah. Yeah, I'm
busy
I was
taking
surprised.
care of the little hobo kid that they found or something.
She lifts that hobo
Bobby
kid.
Joe. The name of that little kid is Bobby Joe.
Yeah.
She lifts that hobo kid from the arm, and I'm like, that thing's gonna get dislocated.
Oh my god. Yeah, my wife saw that scene and she's just like, you can't fucking do that. I'm like, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be watching this movie with me. Like, you need to go. And Tim, to your point, they show him, loading the nail gun, so you know it's a nail gun when you went to the movie Nailgun Massacre.
Well,
Like-
they got to make sure that, this is the actual nail gun.
Yeah,
This is what
yeah.
you came to see.
This
It's
is
like
it.
that scene in Texas Chainsaw Massacre where you see Leatherface pulling the chain over the saw very slowly.
Yes.
Actually, that would have been a pretty decent scene.
Gassing it up, oiling it.
He's like, oh, God dang it. Oh, it's like spilling out. He's getting frustrated.
Got the file sharpening all the teeth on him individually. He pulls the mask off out of frustration. Like, God damn it.
I can't see in this fucking thing. But yeah, and I thought at first, like, oh, maybe this killer has supernatural powers or something, just because it did seem like there was a time jump or something.
Well, it does. I don't know. This killer seems to be able to hold their breath for a very, very long time. I'll say that, and stand still like a fucking statue in Times Square, begging for a fucking quarter.
This killer is so idiotic. Oh my god. So yeah, he goes in there, right? And he goes into the guy in the shack, and he just and this is another one that I have. He sounds like Cyber John Wayne. Right.
Yes. A lot of one-liners.
Oh, yeah. A one-liner on top of a one-liner on top of
this
a
is
one-liner.
This is like, all right, we got 5 lines. We're not sure which one we're going to use. Just say them all, and we'll fix it in editing. And they just never did.
They were like, we need the
Because
time.
it just goes on and on and on. At one point, when I was making notes on my paper, I had to start writing really, really small because otherwise a whole monologue was basically going to go over to another page.
Yeah, this killer has way too much to say. It's like comic book level of needing to say things, and none of them. There's maybe a couple of them where it seems like you're trying to bring some clues to the table, but a lot of times it's just like puns, like comic book puns.
Bad puns.
Oh, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze kind of pun level. It's difficult.
Worse. Because at least his were actually like relevant in some way.
And they made sense. They were bad, but they made sense.
Yes.
Some of these fucking lines, it's like, holy shit.
It's difficult. It is, some of just cringe-worthy one-liners.
And what's incredible, I think this maybe is the first horror movie I've ever seen where the killer has more lines than anybody else in the movie. Maybe even combined if you took everybody else's lines and put them word for word.
Yeah. Because every time he kills somebody, he has to have a fucking monologue like he's Jay Leno.
Telling you, it's that voice modulator, man. That's the foundation of this film.
Yeah.
He got addicted to it.
I want to write it off my taxes, so we got to use it in 70% of the movie. Otherwise, I can't do it.
That's gonna be a bad headache. You know, right between the eyes.
Like
that's a line. That's a line in the movie.
Oh,
you know what it
perfect.
reminds me of is, you remember in Austin Powers when the dude gets his head cut off and they're just standing over the dead body and Austin's like, oh, he certainly lost his head over that one.
Yeah, he just keeps going.
Like 3 or 4 one-liners and they're like, all right, well, we'll go now. But that's the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is the first kill, and this is the one where the killer says the least after they killed somebody or leading up to the kill.
Yeah, I tried to jot down some of these lines, but man.
I have some of them written down, but like I said, at one point I really had to start writing small, otherwise it's going to go off the page.
I have a couple, but yeah, after a while I stopped. I was like, I can't do this. It's just
they
pissing
should
me
have
off.
stopped, to be fair. So.
They should have.
So he kills this guy, and we're like, that's pretty cool. Then all of a sudden he goes outside and just starts stalking the wife.
Yeah, that threw me off.
Which, that confused me. So then we see
well,
the wife.
actually, the movie's pretty good because that's where we say she yanks that little kid out and she says, Bobby Joe, get out of that box. I'm thinking, that's very progressive. Nobody's going to put you in a box. You can do whatever you want. Oh, wait, your name is Bobby Joe. There's only like 3 things in the world you're going to be able to do.
Mm-hmm. None of them involve a diploma.
No. You can stay in Texas and maybe have to move to Tampa, but...
Yeah. So she goes into the house and she sees the dead husband. And I love that her response is she storms out and starts like coughing.
Yeah, I didn't know if that was like she was going to like just freaking Ralph it. Like,
well, maybe he defecated. He evacuated his bowels when he was killed.
Oh,
The movie was being realistic, but...
Yeah, the nail just got him right in the right spot.
Oh,
and it just unleashed. Baja blasted his own house.
That's why he's looking for his shirt, because he has diarrhea and he shit all over his shirt. He needs a new one.
See, it all makes sense now. And you know that guy's not eating fair trade organic. That guy's like...
Oh, hell no. Hell no. This
he's
guy's...
eating fucking roadkill.
Well, we've seen the food they have at the store in town. It's not great.
Oh, yeah, I'm looking forward...
Dude, but that's a fucking bargain.
Oh, my God.
I don't care what the fucking food is. That's a fucking bargain price that those people got. Which, again, I need to, later on, we'll have to discuss who those people are and their relations to each other, but jumping ahead.
Looking forward to getting
we
there.
might have a white fire scenario.
Is it what happens after this scene? I can't even remember.
Well, we get credits.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then it cuts to the bedroom. And we get some chick in... these are her tampon underwear because they're white, uptight, and out of sight.
Oh yeah, man. There you go.
They're like trying to bang in this bed, but she's got like a stuffed animal in there with her.
Yes, like a fucking look like a unicorn or something.
Yeah,
it's called fetishes.
And is this
the beginning of furries?
Is this the doctor she's with, or what's going on here?
Do we see this guy again?
No, isn't this one of this is the guy who ends up going out to cut. No, I'm sorry, honey, with these big fucking breasts shoving him in my face, begging me to play doctor. I have to go cut some wood with my friend.
That's right. Okay, yes. And she's like begging him to stay, and he's like, no, I need to put on my jeans. You know,
her
it takes
tits
me.
are lonely. Her breasts want somebody to play with them.
Yeah. Are those like 80s fake breasts?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
right? They look so firm. Like,
Yeah, they're a little bit too high.
Little
They're like the fucking underwear on her hips, too high.
Those are some Cold War era fucking fake tits right there, buddy.
You can bounce a quarter off them.
you really
Oh,
could.
yeah.
You really could. And he takes like 10 minutes to put on jeans. I don't know if it's because he had lines and he's like, I can't really get dressed and talk.
It looks like they filmed it on a different day, like it was a callback or something like that. Like, hey, we haven't established how this guy gets his pants on.
Yeah.
It's going to really fuck up the pacing of the movie. But you know what? Hats off to the guy because he's day banging a hot chick at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mhm.
That's a good way to start your fucking day
That's
off.
pretty baller,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Yeah. And she has a great line, too. She says, "It's time for the organ transplant, and you're the donor, and I'm the recipient."
That's hot.
Is this a body switch movie?
Dude, and the way she delivers the line, I'll cut it in here. It's like some superior acting.
Oh, shit. What time is it?
It's time for the organ transplant, and you're the donor and I'm the recipient.
My lord. Yeah,
Oh,
she's
all
down
the
to
lines
fuck.
being delivered in this is like really up there. Especially wait till we get to the sheriff.
Oh, yeah. This fucking
Oh,
shit.
yeah. I called him Hand Daggerty.
Hey,
Oh, my God.
he has about as much enthusiasm, but you can hear him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can hear him a little. Yeah. You gotta have
But
those
he's got a
headphones on.
very bad choice with his gun holster. I don't know what the fuck is going up with that.
No. Yeah, he's sort of like if you go on Cameo and you're like, oh, I could get Dan Haggerty to do a little intro for me. It's $500. Oh, well, this guy will do it, and he'll do it for $5.
Yeah, Hand
He pays
Daggerty.
you $5.
Not
what's up?
good, man.
So good.
Also, loving this scene that the camera, like, just occasionally just zooms in on her boobs.
It knows what we're here for.
I thought it was going to start going into just one boob and then the next boob. Like, it's like, how much more zoomed can you get? It's
We're
so
getting
weird.
to know them individually. Like,
Yeah, I was like, oh, look, she might want to check out that mole. I mean,
Yep.
better safe than sorry, you know?
well, yeah, and he tells her, you got to do a self-exam because I got to go cut wood with my friend. Which, I mean, that's a good friend.
I know. That is, I feel like none of y'all would help me out.
Cut wood at 10 o'clock in the morning or
No.
bang a chick who's begging for it.
I would just figure y'all wouldn't get there.
Right. And this is my day off, too, right? Like,
Yeah, this is definitely like a Saturday morning fucking activity with your friend to go chop wood.
Is this like the Texas equivalent to I need you to help me move?
I think
Yeah.
so, because you have like a truck, and so I'm just asking you because I need your truck.
basically.
Yeah, this is basically what it is.
Yeah, and on the last time that they zoom in on her tits, she looks right at the camera too. So it was
She's
like,
like-
she might have been telling the camera, "Whoa, you're getting too close. Back up."
I thought she was gonna say like, "Say goodbye to these babies."
Mhm. The last time you're
And-
going to see him.
Here's what's crazy: is whose room is this that they're fucking in?
I have no idea. Because this room
Because-
looks unlike every other fucking room in this movie.
Yeah, and the room doesn't have anything like you would say that this is a guy's room or this is a woman's room.
No.
But it does have a little thing in front of the mirror because if you don't look at her tits for like 3 seconds and you look down at her ass with those high fucking panties on, there's a little thing that says Adam
Huh. I didn't notice that. I was too busy looking at her tits.
written on the dresser in like blocks. So I'm like, all right, this guy's name must be Adam. And I was like, that's a wasted thing. The first guy killed should have been named Adam. I guess the second guy
And
killed.
boy, oh boy, does he get killed because he goes out to help his friend cutting wood.
Yeah, I thought that was a Make America Great Again hat at first.
Yeah. There's a lot of red hats in this thing, especially in that beginning of the rape scene. There was a couple of red hats.
I think one of them was a Make America Great Again hat in the rape scene. I think we might have a time traveler scenario.
Oh shit!
So, no, he goes out to help his friend cut wood, and they're having a good time. And all of a sudden, what drives up on the road and parks behind him? Well, it's a really shitty looking hearse.
What color is
It's like
this?
like a shitty green. I don't like seafoam.
No.
What is that?
it kind of looks like a tan, like what maybe would have been called like a champagne or something like that.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a champagne. I think you're right.
Way too much
That's
thinking
so
about
gross.
the color of this fucking hearse.
I did it. I thought you had a point.
Well, no,
where
it's
you
just
really
that number
wanted to
one
talk about
is
the color.
it's a fucking hearse in a small town, so that should stand out. That the killer's driving around in a fucking hearse.
Because especially later we find out that it's a dude in the town's hearse. So
yeah, and it just at one point the line just gets thrown out. Oh yeah, the hearse.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. And I just love, like, we get to see the killer drive up and park.
Yeah, you don't really get to catch that stuff. Like, you don't see Jason getting ready in the morning or anything. No. Like, he's just there.
They really humanize the killer. I'm hats off to him. This is it's a new thing.
Yeah, and the fact that he's doing this, like, in a pretty, like, rural area where everything is really spaced out, he's got really good timing. Like, he must have insider knowledge or something.
I don't know how spaced out it is, because if you pay attention, a lot of the times the back of the roads, it's just cars just driving by left and right all the time.
That's true. Maybe he's not covering that much of a radius of space, but he finds his way there.
Yeah, so
he or she, whoever this is, this killer.
Of course, because we can't tell. Even though you can tell, it very much seems to be that there's a woman in this album.
Yes, I think especially on this scene here, where she's going after Adam supposedly and Brad, who are cutting wood in the middle of the day instead of banging a hot chick. This is where you kind of really get the feeling that this is a woman inside that outfit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And the friends talk about the killer a little bit, and they're just like, yeah, well, if he comes out here, we'll fuck him up with his saw, you know?
Yeah, why do I have to come and help you? Motherfucker, you only brought one chainsaw. What the fuck am I doing here?
Well, you've got the truck.
No, his friend has the truck.
Oh, that's true.
The truck.
He's just holding the fucking gas tank.
Shit. He's just there for support.
And I saw that. I'm like, holy shit, the guy doesn't even have like a little fucking hatchet to cut the branches off the fucking tree before his friend chainsaws it.
There's no splitting maul. There's nothing. This
guy's useless. Just gone by himself. Nothing. And then, he has to go take a little tinkle out in the woods. He's vulnerable. Gotta be careful.
All right. So I paused the movie during this scene because this dude's taking a piss. Right. He turns around because what does he hears the killer behind him, or the killer taps him on the shoulder? What?
I think the killer taps, because this movie has a lot of the killer like sneaking up on people and tapping them with the nail gun to let them know that he's there,
like,
or
hey,
she's there.
Up?
Yeah,
they're there.
They're there. We'll say
they're there. Take it easy.
They're there.
So he turns around, taking a piss, and Daniel, I know we covered this in Up in Smoke, but we actually get to see the antagonist get pissed on.
Yes, you don't get to see this very often, where the antagonist...
Yeah, it really, I don't know, it does something to your villain when you see somebody pissing on them.
This is the third movie in 2 months where there's a guy getting pissed on by another guy, for me. What is wrong?
You found your niche.
What is wrong with my life?
Eddie has incest movies on the grind bin, and you have movies where guys get pissed off.
First of all, why? Yeah, they're the ones that picked Whitefire. You, the fucking Patreon, did, not me.
Yeah, but it was like, who's the first person we could think of to guest on the show?
Yeah, Eddie, of course.
Yep.
So
I love it.
So okay, and then like I said, I paused it here because I'm like, is this guy really taking a piss right now? Because they don't have a lot of money for props. So I pause it, and it was a pretty low res movie. Like sadly, there's no 4K digital restoration.
Did you pause it to see if you see his dick?
Yes, sir.
Because you do. I didn't need to pause it. I don't know if it's real or if it's fucking whatever those fake dicks are, but you see something hanging out of his fucking pants.
So I hope to God it's a fake dick.
Yeah, they spent all that money on the fucking prosthetic penis.
No, he peed.
Because if it's not a fake dick, this dick is the size of like a 20-ounce bottle cap. Because he's like holding it between his his index finger and his thumb, and it's barely like cresting.
That's
the
what I
length
meant. Yeah,
of that.
just sticking out just the tiniest bit from the fucking zipper.
Yeah,
it's cold out there.
That's true. That is true. But then, okay, let's say it's a fake dick, right?
Uh-huh.
Why are you going to make the fake dick like a half of an inch long?
Because it costs more money to make it bigger.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, so-
They could have pulled the one from Street Trash.
Oh, yeah, they should have just asked him. I don't know, when was Street Trash
I don't
made?
know. I think Street Trash was after this.
But they may have been they worked on that dick for like...
I think Street Trash saw
4
this
years.
and they said, you know what? We got to go big.
Yep. Go big or go home, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a real piss. It's such a good stream, like a perfectly like solid piss stream. It doesn't feel fake.
Yeah, it actually look, especially when they're pissing on the killer's boots. It looks real.
We have talked about piss for about 5 minutes.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's gonna it's gonna get you some new listeners.
You're gonna get some
You
real...
already got something. You already got something associated with this podcast called the BBW. So when people are searching, they're gonna come across the BBW, and they're gonna see piss.
I see
all about search engine optimization, my friend.
I see a Patreon golden shower level.
Well, the killer doesn't like this golden shower because they look down at their foot, they look up at the dude pissing and say,
"Well, you just pissed me off."
Oh, it's good shit. It just nail guns his ass. He just kind of... He gets shot everywhere, right?
Doesn't he get shot first in like the hand, and then it goes right into his head? Like he's holding up his hand, and it goes right through the hand and goes into his head?
Clings to his head, and then he gets the other head. Boom. Fucking nail to the crotch.
We're getting a lot of this, like nailing people's hands to their body. And I think he gets one in the dick, too.
Yeah,
He
shot.
does, but somehow or another, all of a sudden, he's being able to pull up his tighty whities all the way.
Yeah.
And with that small, tiny dick, there isn't any like yellow stains on the front.
It could have just like slid itself up, the tiny whities, when he fell.
He's like, good try, you missed.
That's right. There's nothing there stopping the hitch from coming up.
and does the killer then say, now, you really shouldn't fall to pieces over me?
No, that's the next
other
kill.
guy.
Oh yeah, they get to the friend. Sorry, just copy paste that when we get there.
No problem. So yeah, he goes over to the friend who's playing with the chainsaw. Like he's not even sawing wood. I think they couldn't get a permit to saw wood, or I don't know. And he just nails this dude. Dude falls on the chainsaw. His hand falls off.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's where you get the
now, you really shouldn't fall to pieces over me. And that's exactly how it's said.
Yeah.
Like, except just add the voice sound, and that's the delivery.
Now, you really shouldn't fall to pieces over me.
It's just...
And it's just one of those other things, too, that's being said that it's making you believe that this is a woman.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a woman would probably be a little more clever about the lines, but...
Yeah, but for this time, what is this, 1984, 1985?
85.
For it to be a gay killer where the guy's like, now, don't fall to pieces over me.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. As soon as you hear a line like that, you're automatic. And the way that they have, whoever's dressed up in this outfit is 100% a woman.
Yes.
Yeah, because the pants are, like, they're not loose. There's shape to this killer here. Yeah, there's,
So wait a second. So before you actually found out 100%, you were still checking out the ass.
Oh, I was checking out the ass after I found out.
Okay.
An ass is ass, baby.
It's all the same in camouflage.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now this is our, let's count here. This is our third kill with the...
Yep. Yes.
Damn, you are nailing it.
Yeah, I'm nailing it. Except, wait, is the voice modulator working? Let's check. What was the last good line?
Now, you really shouldn't fall to pieces over me.
Do the laugh. Can you do the laugh?
It's
like, dude, that's perfect.
Nice.
That is so perfect.
No pun, but you really nailed it.
No, that's it.
Third body filled with nails, and you at this point, at 3 bodies getting shot with nails, I'm good. Like, I don't really need to see anyone else get shot with nails. I've seen what you can do with it. They've stuck the hands together, things like that. But no, we get more.
Oh yeah, we get a ton more because now the cop shows
it's not
up.
even getting creative though with it. Like you said, Eddie, it's mostly the hands that are getting it.
Yeah. And you never actually see, like, the nail fly out of the thing and hit the person. You just see them, and then you hear a sound like a stinger, a pew, 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 and then it cuts to the person who's already got the nail in them.
I was going to say the nail gun sound doesn't sound like a nail gun to me.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't think she Mac.
Yeah, it's weird, but I guess they were trying to make it more dramatic or something. I don't know if it works or not, but they gave it a good try.
No, not at all. Doesn't work at all. So then the cop shows up, our hero.
Oh, yes.
Mr. High Energy.
Ooh, man. Mr. Electricity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
And he finds the truck and he says, oh, this truck's been here a couple of days. I'm like, how the fuck does he know? Like, are there leaves in the back of it? Like, how do you know?
And wait a second. Neither of the two, the nurse who's self-examining her breast hasn't thought to call the police in 2 days, that the doctor hasn't come back to the hospital yet. Mm-hmm. And whoever the other guy is, his tree cutting business hasn't noticed that he hasn't come to work for 2 days?
Well, no, he's a construction worker, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he is, yeah.
He doesn't have a tree cutting business. Yes. I think he's just trying to cut firewood.
Yeah, I was getting ready for that Texas cold winter.
Yeah.
Texas barbecue.
Oh,
yeah, it's got to be barbecue.
True. Well, then he should be cutting down mesquite, and that's definitely not mesquite.
No, he's cutting down some other bullshit tree.
It looks like some shitty vine maple that fell over. Like, I don't know. It's like just bull crap.
Yeah, it's not even. It's a tree that's already fallen down.
Yeah,
we didn't miss where we're at the shop, right?
No, we're going there right now, actually.
Okay,
so all the cop does is radio in and says, like, oh, there's a couple of dead bodies here, and there's a truck that's been here a few days. Let's go see if there's any missing persons reports. And then that's
and then the next thing is when the doctor shows up, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Dr.
Dr. Denham.
Dr. Denham.
The sheriff's like, you could have dressed up for work. I'm like, dude, you're in the fucking woods looking at dead bodies. What do you want him in a 3-piece? Like, what the fuck?
And you have a fucking holster on like you think you're from fucking G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if we're talking about like keeping up with appearances, dude, your car is not even a cop car.
Yeah, that's right. It's not even a fucking Crown Vic.
No.
Oh, man, I love these two. You got to get used to these two guys because we get a lot of them.
Yeah, sadly
they're going to bring us through the whole
They're our heroes.
Yes, they're just dry toast heroes.
Sort of our heroes. I mean, we're going to get to my hero in the movie pretty soon.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we cut to the store, like you said, and there's the old lady in the store is so great.
Oh, hold on a second. Charlie Daniels must be rolling in his grave because that is The Devil Went Down to Georgia, isn't it?
Yes, I had a note of that. They were listening to The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
But it's not The Devil Went Down to Georgia.
It's a rendition. Mm-hmm. It's a special rendition.
The angel went down to Tennessee.
I truly believe this lady doesn't know she's in a movie. She's just talking.
No, she's somebody's grandma.
She doesn't know. Well, okay, she doesn't know she's in a movie, but what's her line? Her first line.
You remember when you could sit outside and not worry about the mosquitoes and the killers?
Okay.
Well, they both kind of suck.
Oh.
Got him. Yeah. I was like, mosquitoes and killers. Okay, mosquitoes suck, but
it sucks to be
I don't know if
she could be talking about the band, The Killers. Maybe they're just hanging out, Texas.
Yeah, it could be because what was it about the Killers? Why did they get so big?
I don't know.
They got so big.
I know their name, but if you put a gun to my head, I couldn't tell you one song.
What if it was a...
Oh, no? Oh, God. Everyone take a shot.
You would give me a monologue so long that I would probably have time to remember it.
That's very true. You just Googling it. Yeah.
And it looks like there's one of the Beastie Boys in this scene.
So, we have 3 new people. I just have that they're new people that are going to get killed because that's literally all this movie is.
Incredibly accurate.
Mm-hmm. And apparently some old lady gave them a house to stay in. And did they know the old lady? Like, what?
No, the way it looks, the way that it's playing is this guy's going in, he's buying a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
Where the old lady's counting it up with like 90 cents, $1.70, all that until she gets to 1960, which I'm going to play those numbers because, Jesus Christ, I got 1960 in my head for some reason after her. But the way that it's played, it's like he's in the store just buying shit, and then this woman, who's we find out later on with this group, just comes in and like announces it out of the blue, like, hey, guess what? I just found this house that this lady's going to let us live in for free as long as we fix it up. Because they seem, all 3 of them seem surprised and shocked by it.
Yeah. So where were they living before? Where were they going? Like,
I think they're just driving around waiting for some old lady to give them a house.
It's a good strategy.
That's like my retirement plan of finding a bag of money.
Yeah. I will admit, though, I think if I'm like 30, 38, 39, and I'm single again, I am going to look for the rich lady and just take one for the team. I think I'm going to do it. I'm not sure.
Find your Shelley Winters.
I'm going to find her. Just going to.
It's a good move.
You're gonna drive around East Texas until you find some old lady who owns a general store, and then
I will
hopefully bang her so good that she offers you the general store.
Nope, I do not want to go through East Texas. I will go through another part of the country.
We'll send you down to Florida. There's a bunch of retirees down there.
I'm going to be calling y'all. Y'all want to head on down to the bayou? You want to go to the bayou? Meet up with me?
Living it up
Yeah, this fucking dickhead. He has a fucking hat on his head that says "tamed."
Yeah.
Which, where the fuck do you get that fucking hat?
I have no.
And he's wearing a MASH shirt, which, sorry, Terry, it's not a ladies. Even back then, when the show was on.
If it was like an innuendo and it just said "Get Smashed," but in the mashed logo font, that would be kind of fun.
That would be a fun shirt. Yeah, we got to make that up.
Like
That
one of
was
those
the
things,
old digger
yeah.
shirt.
The old digger shirt.
No, those are too expensive. Limited edition.
Oof. Yeah, handmade.
Yeah, so it gets up to the 1960 and nobody has money. The lady's like, well, I guess I'll fucking pay for it for you again, but this bank's running dry.
Who are these? Who is this trio of people all of a sudden? It's two guys and this woman. And at first, especially when she's like paying, I'm like, is that the mother?
I thought the same shit.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a Guardian, dude.
But then later on, it doesn't. She's not coming off as the mother.
Yeah, there was rewrites. There was,
and it's really funny too, is because when the fucking guy with the MASH shirt says, like, wait a second, some old lady is just giving her house for free, and we just have to fix it up. And she's like, oh, come on, don't you believe in anything?
No.
Yeah.
No, not this.
Because that doesn't sound unusual at all.
And the way that he delivers that line is just perfection.
Yeah.
These guys, this group specifically, I love a lot of their line delivery.
I call them the goons because I don't know their fucking names, but they look like goons.
No idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no idea about these characters, what their fucking motive is, why they're here. Yeah. Okay. But that's okay because we leave them and we go back to the cop and the doctor, and they're outside of an auto parts store.
Yeah.
And they're with my
It looks
hero.
like in the middle of fucking Main Street, broad daylight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the music is really blaring. The movie music is really blaring in this scene as well. I can't hear anyone.
The audio mix levels in this are just fucking terrible.
They're fucking wackadoo. Like, I was like...
Yeah, there's some things, especially that the killer says, that I had to, like, literally rewind like 3 times.
And it's bad enough.
What the fuck?
It's bad. Like, everyone's delivering their lines. Like, well, it's too bad you didn't know. And so, because they sound like that, and then the music's blaring, you're like, what? Like, can you just project a little for me?
Yeah, but I think out of all of them, the sheriff is the worst.
The sheriff sounds like he's about to fall asleep, or he's like on Quaaludes or something.
Definitely on Quaaludes, and somebody owed him a favor, or he owed somebody a favor, and that's how he got in this movie.
They're like, here's your badge, here are the lines, fucking remember them.
Maybe he owned the property they were filming on. He's
He owned the nail gun.
Oh, yeah, true.
He owned the fucking nail gun, and
gun.
he owned the camouflage outfit. And he's like, motherfuckers, if you want to use both of them in the same movie,
I'm the fucking hero.
I'm in it.
Yeah, he was
if
like...
you want the nail gun, I don't have to be the main character. I can be just a B character. But if you want both, I'm the fucking lead.
Yeah, he was like, you can have the nail gun, but I want to be sheriff. And that was about as exciting as he sounded. Like, okay, cool, we'll make you the sheriff.
Yeah, he's definitely a Milton from Office Space type. Like,
yes,
not.
It would have been great if at some point he had like an actual like real police car that had like a siren on top of it, and he could pick up a fucking thing and like use the megaphone on it, like pull over.
Yeah, I don't know if we ever see him
pull the car over.
And you're still like, what? What did he say?
Pull over. Pull over.
Hold on, I gotta eat this pastry.
It was terrible. This guy's.
You know what's great about Eddie's show is he does all the shit live while we're actually recording it. It's not like, I'm not going to name names, but where somebody was like, hey, now I'm going to do this thing. And then you're like, oh. And he's like, oh, no, I'll put it in later. I'm not going to name names.
I call that a punch-in, and it's a very professional way to...
Well, you got to let the people know, because I was expecting something, and you're like, hey, I'm going to do it. And I'm like, what do I do? What do I say?
You're sitting there with your dick in your hand, like, okay.
Yeah, I like to keep my guests on my show with their dicks in their heads.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. So, okay, now, outside of this fucking auto parts store, there's a dead girl.
Yes.
Okay, who killed her?
Somebody scotch taped nails to her face.
We didn't see her die,
No.
right?
No, and we don't know who she is, and I know this for certain. She wasn't part of the beginning of the movie, was she?
No, and it's funny because the doc is inspecting her, and you literally see the nails, which are pretty much rubber, moving around her face.
That's what I said. Somebody fucking... They couldn't even, like, really get, like, at least plastic. They used fucking rubber nails. And the cop says, it looks like somebody's killing people with a hammer and a box of nails.
Oh,
and I'm like,
yeah.
you stupid cocksucker.
Somebody
a
said...
fucking box of nails and a hammer. Somebody sitting there fucking hammering these people?
Hey, hold still, you son of a... Because you know how easy it is to hit your thumb with the fucking hammer? Hold still, you son of a bitch. I'm... Punk. Ah, shit. No, the line is, well, what do you think made all them holes? And then
that's what the fucking Hicks. I guess he owns the auto shop.
I love this guy.
because he wants this. Because in this fucking subtitles, he says, "Where are you going to take this trash away?"
Oh yeah. No, I love this guy. This guy right here is my fucking hero, right?
So this is your hero.
Yeah, the old man in here is the best. So,
I love it.
So yeah, the doctor says it looks like someone went plumb loco with a hammer and a box of nails.
Mm-hmm.
Plumb loco. Okay, cool.
Yeah, and when the cops talks to the doctor says, "Are you sure they died the same way?" I'm like, "Yeah, motherfucker, I'm pretty sure I saw nails in this fucking person's face. I think they died the same way."
Yeah, it could be a coincidence.
This one screws.
Oh God, it's a small town.
Yeah,
Like,
You sure they died the same way? Why are you calling me?
So the old man is like, "Hey, dude, can you guys get rid of this fucking body?" Because they get called off to another thing.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's like, "Nah, the meat wagon's going to come by and pick up the dead body." And as the cop's driving off, the old man just says, "All you want to do is ride around in that damn police car, you asshole."
Yeah, I have that written down.
Yeah, he probably has the best line delivery in the whole fucking movie.
Like, oh my God.
Because he knows fucking fake Dan Haggerty, he's not fucking calling anybody on the fucking radio to send out the meat wagon.
This guy's not doing shit. He barely gets out of the car.
Oh man. Yeah.
So So we cut back to, or a little earlier on, there was a hitchhiker that was flipping off the killer who's driving. We just got the guy's driving in the hearse. The hitchhiker flips him off and stops.
Yeah,
kills him.
That reminded me of The Car, that 1970s movie, The Car, where a friggin' hitchhiker flicks off the car like, "Screw you, man!" And then he comes back. Do you really think this car is gonna come back and pick you up after you said that?
No.
So this
and
guy
really,
died.
is that a smart move? You're the one who's vulnerable. You're the one that's on the fucking road with no place to go.
Yeah.
And you don't know who's in the car. They didn't have any fucking intention to pick you up. So doing that is just going to antagonize whoever's in this fucking hearse.
It's a hearse. It's made for transporting dead people. Like, don't fuck with
Yeah,
it.
that's right. What are you going to do? I'll ride in the back?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Here, get in this box.
I'll just lay inside there for the trip.
So, yeah, of course, our hero kills him with the...
Well, yeah, what's nuts is the fucking guy, when he stops and he pulls up, he comes up to the car, he leans into the car, he has both of his hands on the fucking car door, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's talking to this person for what?
Oh,
6 seconds? 7 seconds? Let's even say 3 seconds. And he doesn't notice that somebody's driving the hearse is dressed all in fucking camouflage with a fucking motorcycle helmet on, pointing what looks like... To me, this didn't even look like a fucking nail gun. It looked like a fucking radar gun.
Yeah.
Oh, and my favorite thing, it's pointed at him. Like, clearly you're going to get shot, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do? You back straight up. Don't move to the side. Don't duck.
That's in every fucking horror movie. That's everything with the chase. It's just like, actually, you know what? It's funny because in Surviving the Game, the one that me and you did, Daniel,
Great episode.
there's a part where he's getting chased, and it's just like, dude, Ice-T, just run off the fucking road. They're on fucking 4x4s. They can't chase you into the fucking treed area.
Right.
Yeah, that's what we call it in the woods, the treed area.
Treed area.
I know. Did you say treed area?
Hey, look, Ice-T got fucking hired as a fucking survival expert. I could say the same thing.
Yeah.
Treed area.
That's what they say in Queens. That's what they call the woods. Treed areas.
Yeah, it's that place with the fucking trees.
I'll meet you tonight over at the treed area.
Yeah, why don't we? Just meet me on the grass carpet.
Oh man, and I love it because the killer shoots so many nails into this guy, and what's the death shot? A shot in the arm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he says like, oh, no. First he says, it's nice to see somebody pray at their own funeral.
Yeah.
Which is actually like, all right, what the fuck? Because he, like, when he shoots him with the thing, his hands are nailed to the fucking cement, I guess, because I guess a nail gun goes through both hands and asphalt.
Because he's like begging. He's like, please, please. And then, boom, right through the hands.
And then he says, yeah, don't ever fucking, don't try to hitchhike from a hearse unless you want to die or some shit like
He's
that.
already
unless
dead.
you've died.
It's actually a good point.
Yeah, I don't. This killer's like MO doesn't make any, like, there's a little bit of sense, and then there's some things where I'm like, okay, you just really like that nail gun.
This is where it lost me, because up to this point,
Oh,
because we didn't find out what happened to the woman outside the auto parts, but it looked like whoever was involved in the beginning movie, the rape, those were the people who were getting killed.
Mm-hmm.
And now this guy's just hitchhiking.
Yeah.
So at one point, I'm like, is that one of the guys who raped this woman?
Right.
And I'm like, no, because the killer drove past them.
Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't like the killer's like, oh, every day this guy's hitchhiking, let me go get him. The killer had no intention until he flipped off the fucking killer, and now our fucking hero, vigilante, whatever, is just going around indiscriminately killing people.
Right, because everybody else has been like a construction worker, verifiably, or it was the woman, and maybe she was like handing out Gatorade when they were gang raping the chick. I don't know. So it could be something.
She's the one screaming, you gotta fan them, They're getting sand all over the place.
Yeah, that means that, like, anyone that would be with these men deserves to die as well. Like, that's what I was trying to justify in my head. But then after a while, I'm like, okay, this guy, like, whoever this killer is, just has a taste for killing and is using it as an excuse.
It's just opportunity and revenge. And if I come across somebody on the way to my revenge who pisses me off, I'm gonna nail them.
I mean, you gotta admit, I think hitting someone with a nail gun, it's gotta be sort of thrilling. Like,
Yeah.
But really, logistically, I mean, we saw Lethal Weapon, was it 2 or 3? Does a nail gun really fire that far?
No.
And would it be able to do that? I mean, I wouldn't want to be standing 5 feet away from a nail gun and somebody shoots it at me, but 10 to 15 fucking feet away.
And into concrete, like you said, through his hands into concrete. No.
And the hand
Well,
shots
it's
wouldn't do much.
Texas with that hot asphalt, so it could have been
that's true.
soft.
Like, you'd have to always hit very specific spots to really kill someone with the nail gun.
It's a terrible weapon.
Yeah, it's not the best weapon. You have to be such a sharpshooter, and that fucking thing weighs a ton. Like, a ton. It'd be really difficult to be accurate with it, but this killer happens to be a fucking pro. So.
Oh, yeah. And you got to have an air compressor so you keep refilling the tank. Like, at least with...
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking. You got to keep that shit topped off to be able to fucking Because I had a fucking BB gun that used the CO2 cartridges, and the first, like, 10 or 15 shots were the best ones, and after that, they started dudding out.
Yep, it dies out real quick.
Oh, and by the way, No Country for Old Men, you hack.
Oh, shit. That's right.
Very nice.
Yeah, kind of same line delivery, too, huh? Very subdued.
Sometimes killing at random, just, toss of a coin. Hey. So, yeah, the cops find the dude nailed to the road, but they blame bikers.
Yeah, that was random.
Bikers or something. Because some truck driver finds him, and he says, this is something that's either a horror movie or a biker movie, or maybe it's just a bike gang.
And the cop's pissed. He's like, well, there's no fucking bike gangs around here.
Yeah, only law-abiding citizens.
Who sometimes nail a bunch of people to roads. Like, shut up.
And later on, we'll find out that he knows that there's at least half a dozen of not-so-law-abiding citizens
in
his fucking area. This old gal.
Yeah.
I love that fucking line. This old gal said.
Yeah. So we head off to dinner.
Oh yes.
Oh man,
This fucking scene.
the food they're eating is garbage, just trash.
Oh
So,
yeah.
The guy.
It's go ahead. Because you're the foodie. Go ahead.
Okay.
Explain it.
Well, no,
That's
I mean
right,
it's
you are
just
the foodie.
reheated canned food, which whatever. I mean,
Do your listeners know how much of a connoisseur you are of the
No.
culinary arts?
No, that's a C. I think that might take them down a peg or two in the horror community.
Yeah, they
if
don't
know
like
that this guy really knows how
have
to
good
fucking
taste
cook.
in the horror.
I know it's
community.
gonna really lift up Eddie in the horror community in October when he starts showing his special cupcakes recipe with little black cats and pumpkins and
Little ghost on them.
Just throw that stupid shit up on Instagram. Yeah.
you're gonna get famous for that.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I'm doing up a brisket tomorrow, though. So,
Oh my god, you're speaking my language, baby.
Mhm. Honor of Texas.
Yeah, I got the air fryer. I can't fucking wait to start using
Ooh,
it again.
those things are
That's
the
fun.
best. I actually just got a message from one of the Grind Bin fans saying that my tips on the air fryer wings worked. So,
Oh.
Was that Candace?
yes, yeah, that's well,
There you
no,
go.
no,
How did I
don't
know
don't
that?
say your name. Fuck her.
Well, you can bleep it out.
Oh yeah, that was. She's just a fucking.
Wow, god damn it.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
man.
I mean,
Shit.
you know, I have some strong opinions.
Candace can be blunt, but whoa, you really laid her out there, man.
So we're eating shitty food. We're eating
Nailed
Candace
it.
food, as I like to call it.
Yep.
And it's
Yep.
the dude's pissed. He's like, I don't want to see these fucking SpaghettiOs ever again.
Yep.
And she
Yeah,
just
he's
flops it on the plate, like, I have some spaghetti.
Yeah, you know, that's when you're poor. When there's like a food that you're like looking at it and you're like, if I never have to fucking eat this shit again, I'll be fucking happy.
Yeah.
Because you've eaten SpaghettiOs for like, what, 32 days in a row at that point?
And is it at this point where I think it's Beastie Boys guy that says like he goes through this long list of the improvements the house needs, and it's very
Which
exhaustive.
is basically a new house.
Yeah, it's like new roof, new doors, new floors, new windows, new walls.
You know who he looks like to me? I don't know. I mean, you've probably seen it, but Porky's,
Mhm.
the original one.
Mm-hmm.
The one that was like tall, geeky guy who was not the leader, but he was kind of the leader in Porky's.
He has that face. Yeah, he definitely has that vibe of the '80s
Yeah.
frat comedy, or that.
Nobody knows who the fuck. Nice cover. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Good reference, Tim.
Nobody did a thesis paper on Porky's like you did.
No.
Tim.
I
saw that movie
do
like
have it on
25 times.
Atari 2600, though.
Oh, of course you do. I've never played it. I gotta play that one.
That's a wonderful game. You should definitely play it.
I can't wait.
So we're having this shit fucking dinner and bitching about the house, but
Yeah.
we hear a noise.
Yes.
Killer stalking.
Dun dun dun.
So the guys are like,
Yeah, we find out this is the house that first person who got killed.
Yeah, it's
This
the
is
same
that
house.
house.
It's
right,
the same
it's
shit
like
house.
old lady something Swinson. I don't know her fucking name. Bailey.
Bailey,
something.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bailey, the Bailey house.
It's the old Bailey.
Mary.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that fucking...
She's freaking out.
Supposed to be Jimmy Stewart?
That was my Jimmy Stewart.
Wow.
So the lady's freaking out. She's like, what is that? You think that's that killer people we're talking about? They're like, nah, you're just being paranoid. It's not the killer that killed somebody on this property. It's probably a coon. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Yeah, because she says, oh, you always say it's a cool.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, shit. That's his go-to.
I'm like, sir.
Like, sir, come on, it's 1984 or 85 actually.
Yeah, say
It's
raccoon.
East Texas.
Come on.
That's the year I was born, guys. 1985. It was a good time. Super Mario came
Jesus
out.
Christ.
Being born was a good time.
Yeah, I was there. I mean,
Oh.
my mom can push.
Oh, hey, mine can't. I was a cesarean.
Yep. We
Yeah,
can't all
way to
be
go,
winners.
Mom. Fuck that up.
Loser.
Way to go, Mom.
Your mom's a loser.
Loser. Dumb fucking loser. Can't even push. Duh.
Oh my god. This show is a fucking freak show right now. What is going
Oh,
on?
come on.
I love it though. So yeah, so the guy, not the Beastie Boy, but the other guy, I don't know this guy's name, but he goes outside. He don't see
The
shit.
tall one.
The tall one. Yeah, the tall one.
You got the tall one and you've got Ad Rock.
And he doesn't see shit. And then what? We cut to them putting shit in the hatchback, I think. 2x4s.
Yeah, so no, we pull they're over at some lumber yard, and they're like, we got to get supplies to go fix up the old Bailey house. They're putting lumber in there, then they start driving off, and all of a sudden this lady charges them, fucking like irate.
Oh yeah, the producer's niece.
Yeah. And she's like, "Hey, you son of a bitch! Get the fuck! You better fucking stop!" I'm like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are they stealing this? Like, what's going on here?" It's like, you forgot the receipt.
That was so weird.
What?
Yeah, and what's crazy too is because in the scene before this, the woman, whoever she's supposed to be in this triangle relationship, says, "Everything that you need, just put it on old Miss Bailey's tab."
Yeah. So Miss Bailey is the owner of the shack. Yeah, exactly. So
wait, is Miss Bailey the woman who was doing the laundry in the beginning of the movie? No.
No, I thought Miss Bailey was the old grandma lady.
No one knows who Miss
the
Bailey
lady in the
is,
supermarket.
Okay? Because at one point the cops think Miss Bailey's doing the killing.
That's why, it must be the old lady in the supermarket, 1960 lady. Because that's why the fucking cop, the doctor goes, "Yeah, what are you, stupid? How the fuck could she be the killer?"
I told you, I knew that. Yeah, I was like, dude, come on, man? There's little abuelitas out there.
Yo, Granny owns the whole fucking town. She owns the general store, and she owns all these little shit fucking shacks.
Okay, but wait a second. Then why did the lady run in to the store where they were all at and say, "Hey, this lady told us we can have a house"? They're in there with her.
Oh shit, that's right. Maybe she has Alzheimer's and she can't remember.
Could be.
They're putting the idea in her head, then they come back in 5 minutes and like, "Shit, can we have the keys? Remember, you said that we were supposed to take care of your house and fix it up and you were going to pay for it."
Oh, they're gaslighting old Lady Bailey.
Damn.
That makes perfect sense.
They're fucking con people, man.
That's why they're just traveling town to town in a fucking car eating spaghetti.
Yeah, they're just going to general stores trying to con old ladies. Wow, that's a great move.
Genius.
Daniel, you should look into this. So
it sounds like a 3-man con, actually.
Yeah, I might need y'all's help.
It's like it's like robbing the cardinal.
Yep. I would need your skills, guys. Y'all are so fucking clever and shit.
No. So they leave, and then all of a sudden, like 4 new people that are going to get killed pull up. That's basically the note that I have.
Yeah.
Oh, I have an issue with one of them.
Okay. So one of them's on a bike, 3 of them are in a truck, and they kind of pull up and they're asking around like, "Hey, do you guys need any work here?" And a dude we've never met before, by the way. It's just like,
nope, out of the blue.
Yeah, it's like, "No, we're full up." She's like, "Okay, well, do you know anybody else?" Like, "Yeah, well, what do you guys do? Construction work?"
Well, yeah, because the way that the guy says it, who kind of looks a little, if you squint, looks like how he could be Bobby from the van.
Oh, yeah.
Rick Grind Bin, right?
I can see that.
The way that he says construction is very, very weird. And I'm thinking to myself, do you go looking for work with your girlfriends?
Mm-hmm.
No.
And one of them who's standing in the background with like, "Hey, I'm here, I'm standing like a fucking hooker."
Right. I think they're trying to offer her up. That's what this looks like.
That's
so wait a second, shouldn't he be asking that guy if he wants a job?
Yeah. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
So they say, just go down to
I know it's 40 for the door and 40 for the whore. So what's it for the motorcycle?
True. Well, you can't bang in a motorcycle. You need like a really uncomfortable car for that.
Oh, yes.
Or sand or brown sugar, I hear.
Oh, God.
Brown sugar.
I'm going to go on Pornhub and see if there's any brown sugar videos.
Guys, we might have a new genre. We might have a fucking new genre in our hands. Fucking brown sugar fucking, dude.
I think there's probably already a category.
Little brown sugar, little white slimer. It's all good.
Yeah, because when you're done, you just see like your butt print inside the brown sugar pile.
You're like, damn, I got to lay off the sugar.
God damn. God damn, I got that ass.
It was light brown sugar. Now it's dark brown sugar. So the guy directs him to the old Bailey house to do some construction work, and he says, "Yeah, I'll see you guys sooner than you think."
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, this movie has like so many fucking red herrings because also in the scene before when the 2 doofus brothers, friends, whatever part in that fucking triangle that's going on out there, they clearly says, one of them says, "Did you get the nail gun cartridges?" And he says, "Yes, I have the nail gun cartridges." So now you think they have a nail gun. we're seeing people going around getting killed with a
True,
nail gun.
True.
So
Very
they're
good
trying
point.
to throw the suspicion all over the place.
But hey, we go back to the shitty house and no one's home. So what the hell? These broads and the dudes that are looking for the construction work are like, let's have a picnic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the one that's with the guy who looks like Bobby, if you squint,
Mhm.
I'm sorry. She looks like her name should be Trixie, and she's like straight out of 1950,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
The way that she's dressed and the way that she's acting, and what's up with the fucking Ritz crackers?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
They're just like feeding each other Ritz crackers. Like that's their picnic is Ritz crackers.
Yeah, because you know what? There's nothing better than making out with your chick with a dry mouth.
Oh,
I know. You're like, oh.
Spitting out fucking crumbs.
And okay, so one of the couples leaves to go fuck, and then the other couple's sitting there, and one of them just starts smoking weed. And I'm like, you're smoking weed and eating dry crackers? This is a nightmare.
It's like,
Yeah, not only that, but hey, fuck you. You wait for that. You wait for us to leave, and then you pull out the fucking joint.
Yeah, that's a dick move.
that was a dick move. And this was before the popularity of plastic bottles of water. So, you know, like, they better have some fucking water inside a giant, like, pitcher or some shit.
Or even if they got like a fucking bottle of Pepsi, they need a bottle opener.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
true.
man.
Well, they've got
It's
a
just
cooler.
hard.
They could have a couple of beers in there, maybe a couple of Coors Banquets floating around.
A couple of banquets will definitely refresh the palate.
Yeah, because when you're looking for work and some guy that you've kind of been an asshole to sends you to the middle of nowhere when there's nobody home, you just lay out and start having a picnic, and it turns into a bang picnic.
Oh, yeah.
Let's have a few beers, too, and then when the person shows up, see if we can maybe get a job.
Very
good plan.
unprofessional, Tim. You're right. These people are
Yeah,
very
that's right.
unprofessional. So they're going off to fuck, and then we go back to Deputy Dipshit and the doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and he finds the hearse on the side of the road. Okay. So
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of suspense here.
yeah. So we've got, but the problem is, like, shouldn't the killer be driving a motorcycle? And I'm only going to say this for one reason. The idea, what makes that hearse useful, is that you can kill people and then put their bodies in the back, right?
Dum, dum, dum.
The killer never
Yes.
does this. They just leave the fucking bodies everywhere they go. And you're already...
And you pick the car that is going to stand out the fucking most.
Yeah, like, that's the perfect point. If you're going to go with the hearse and you're going to stick out in front of everybody, you might as well put it to use and throw the fucking bodies in there.
Or you know what? Okay, here's how you save it. At the end of the movie, the killer fucking opens up the back of that hearse and they got a fucking nail machine gun.
Oh, shit.
Like fucking Breaking Bad.
Like
Yes,
a Gatling
yes.
gun?
Oh, my
Yes,
God.
that's how you fucking justify the hearse for this whole fucking movie. Because I'm wondering the same thing, Eddie. What's the point of this fucking sore thumb fucking car that's standing out wherever? Like, I don't remember what color it was. If it was brown, if it was green, if it was champagne, but it was a hearse.
Yeah. It was a
the one-
shitty hearse, too.
It's a really bad looking one.
God.
You know, there's just like a bunch of fucking McDonald's and fucking Burger
Oh,
King wrappers thrown in the back, right?
Well,
Totally.
no, because they have a Dairy Queen in their town. So,
DQ, that's what I like about Texas. That is the DQ theme song in Texas, if y'all didn't know that.
very nice.
Wow.
I wasn't aware of that. Is that out where they have all the tree places? Or
There's yep, all the
The
DQ
tree areas.
most DQs are located right near the nearest tree area.
yeah, the killer.
Hashtag save the tree areas. Can we have a moment of silence for tree areas?
No,
there's
no.
moment of silence.
I don't think so, Tim.
Oh, I like that.
So anyway, the fucking cops looking around. There's nobody by the hearse. It's all for nothing. Just a false flag, right?
Yep,
So
pretty much.
cop leaves the hearse behind, gets in his car, and for a second it sounds like the cop car is not going to start, but it does.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Maybe the killer snuck up and did something to his car.
Yeah, that would have made sense, but he didn't. So,
Or it would have made sense at this time. Why didn't he look at the hearse and goes, hey, this car looks like it's been here for 2 days. Why don't I just go randomly search in the woods and see if I can find some dead bodies? But this car, just give it a pass.
well, Tim, you know cops aren't likely to stick their nose where it doesn't belong.
That's true. And it was time for dinner, too.
That's true.
He goes back over to the car and he says, there's nothing here. Tell Irene I'm coming in for dinner.
Yeah. Okay, well, he just leaves. No problem.
It's enchilada night.
back to the couples fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. This scene is disgusting. Just
The tree?
Yeah, the tree.
Dude, there's so much. I think the only thing that's worse than this is fucking on the beach.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This poor
Or
woman
brown sugar.
is laying back against a tree. And the note that I had when I was watching this is, number one, this cannot feel good. And number two, this is more man-ass than I wanted to see thrusting.
Not only that, but it's fucking bow-legged fucking man-ass.
Oh, yeah.
How the fuck does he got his knees bent? He looks like he's taking a fucking free throw from the NBA 1950s.
And also, you can't help but look at his ass because he's so tan everywhere else, and his ass is just so pale, and it's like a fucking bullseye.
And it's disturbing me because I like this idea of seeing this tree area, but this is what I have to look at.
It's ruining the tree area for you.
Yes, I'm just out trying to enjoy nature.
Look, I've heard of tree huggers, but my word.
Oh, man.
My word.
Maybe the tree was getting in the action. We didn't know there was a little branch on the other side.
But here's what also I'm thinking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is kind of an R-rated, right?
Yeah.
You can get.
I hope. I mean,
I hope so.
With the way that this guy's thrusting,
Yeah.
You don't think his dick came out one time?
Oh, I know. The angle is all fucked up.
And then he go and you're mid-thrust. You can't stop it before you hit the tree.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah. Maybe he's got one of those banana dongs that kind of curves up.
Could be. Could be.
Or he's got one of those little tiny ones. She's just grinding on him and the tree. That's why she needs a tree.
That's true. Maybe. So this looks very, very realistic. I mean, the angles are a little off, of course, but it looked realistic enough that John Rutter, the guy in this scene, his wife divorced him over this sex scene with Shelley York because she thought they were actually having sex.
No.
Yes.
How do you know this? Where was this at?
Don't worry about it.
This is on Divorce Court.
Yeah.
They were on
I have
Divorce
another
Court.
secret podcast where I review Divorce Court, and that's what inspired it. No.
VH1 couples therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, that's only I can rub that hairy back.
Yeah,
She's like, you came home, you had fucking splinters in your dick. Don't give me
By the way, this
shit.
guy's got more hair on his back than his ass. Just putting it out there.
You're right. He has like tufts of hair. Like it's just patchy, thick pieces. And hey, I get it, guys. You know, there's hairy guys out there, but you just don't see it in film very often. And
it looked like she was in a fucking Meatloaf video getting banged by a fucking werewolf.
It's a rough scene, man. There's just nothing sexy
good.
about it at all.
No, there isn't. And that's what's really fucking disappointing about it. Because, like, if you're a teenager and you rent this movie, you're, like, happy with the nudity that you're seeing and the violence that you're seeing is good. But this scene is just like, it's like a fucking scene out of fucking whatever that movie was.
Oh, yeah, that movie.
Yeah.
Out of Schindler's List, I think is what you're thinking of.
Schindler's List. Yep, that was definitely what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Showgirls.
Showgirls.
That's what I was thinking
You
about,
know what?
yes.
You've had a lot of the tit shots, so you got to have the ass shot. One for the girls, seven for the guys.
Yeah, this one is definitely for the girls. This is for the ladies, this scene.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you kind of get the ass shot at the beginning of the movie for guys?
I wasn't paying attention to that part.
Yeah, me either.
Okay.
That might have maybe you were more interested. I don't know.
I wanted to keep counting to see how many different guys that were supposed to be getting killed in this movie.
Well, we're about to see a little bit more of this guy.
Oh yeah, here comes another kill. It's been long enough.
Yep. We get a nail to the dome.
Boom.
Guy falls down, and you completely just see his dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Second time we have Hood.
And this guy does the classic, which I haven't seen this in a while, but he does the classic, oh God, why me? Why me? Like, I'm like, oh gosh, kill this dude, please. Shut him up.
Well, I think what happened is he got shot right before he was ready to come. And it's like, man, if I gotta get fucking killed, you couldn't wait like 2 fucking seconds later.
Yeah, because he gets shot one time and he keeps thrusting. And I'm like, dude, I've been there, you know?
Yeah.
He's just fucking there.
The alarm's going off, you know, the cops are outside and you can smell smoke, but you're like, look, man, we gotta finish this real quick.
Gotta get through the pain, baby.
Yep. Gotta rally. And he tries to rally.
Yeah, he tries to rally it up, but doesn't quite work out.
No, because he falls down limp too. Like, I'm like, Didn't you have an erection? You were just fucking, but I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, though if you died with an erection, it got bigger.
Oh, yeah, maybe. What is it? Rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis, yeah.
Well, you've heard those stories about people where guys had a heart attack and they literally weren't able to get the woman off them because his fucking dick got so big.
No, I'm not familiar
I
with
guess not. All right. Google it. It's a true thing. At least I've seen it on TV shows.
What TV shows are you watching, Tim?
I'll bet you anything. That was probably on SUV.
SUV.
Near
It was
the
in
tree
the back
area.
of Tim's Escalade.
Law and Order.
Law
Law and Order sports utility vehicle.
That's where I saw it. That's right.
Okay. Oh, God.
Is that the show where they go and they find stolen Blazers, Chevy Ford Explorers?
The first episode starred O.J. Simpson.
We finally found your Bronco, OJ. So yeah, so does the chick die too?
Yeah, he nails her too, and he has a couple of good one-liners here.
I think this is the first time where it felt like they didn't cut, or like they were supposed to just do one line, and then they were like, just go with it, and they just kept going, because this is like 6 different fucking one-liners. But go ahead.
So here's the 2 I've got.
Falling in love. That's the end of a penetrating love story. Or at least it's the end of this love story.
This is
terrible.
This is what happens. Can't believe it. Yeah,
those are lines from the movie.
See you dead beats later, he says. That's the last line.
Sorry, what was that?
See you dead beats later.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, because the guy's not jerking off in the woods. That would make a little bit more sense.
If he's not going to see them later, so what the fuck?
I have no idea.
Right. Maybe they stiffed the killer on a bill. I don't know.
Maybe he expects to go to the funeral and nobody will know it's him or her.
Yeah.
And they'll be, see y'all in your fucking grave. It's a little too, like, digging too deep for it, but maybe.
Yeah, well, that's okay, because we don't stick around them for too long. We go back to the other couple that are trying to fuck, and they're, like, mouth-handing each other crackers and smoking weed, and the lady starts getting freaked out. She's like, hey, man, the other couple...
Oh, yeah, man. She smoked some fucking serious shit.
Yeah.
She's fucking paranoid as all
Oh, yeah.
hell.
I was like, man, she's got like a sixth sense kind of shit.
She's like, hey, they left a little while ago and they're not fucking back yet. Maybe they got killed. Maybe they're out there fucking dead. What are we going to do? We're going to get killed. We're going to get fucking dead and nobody's out here and they don't know we're out here. And
she's like, we're fucking fucked, man. Fuck.
Game over.
Game over, man.
But the dude's like, look, man, I'm going to go out in the
But we're actually, all of us are doing it way louder than she delivers any of those lines in the actual movie, because she believes that whispering is how you act.
Yeah, an ugly face crying.
Maybe she thinks there's a killer stalking them and she's being quiet. I don't know.
Ben?
Maybe.
Where are you, Ben? You promised you wouldn't come back. You'd come back, Ben?
Oh, no. So that's a little bit later. Because then, Ben says, oh, I'm going to go out and go looking for the couple. And I think it's just because he wants to get away from her.
Yeah, Ben is rocking the Who Quadrophenia t-shirt.
Ooh, yeah, great.
As soon as I saw that, I knew that.
Yeah, Ben is 1985 portrait, just perfect portrait of 1985. He takes off because he's like, I don't want to be around you when you start ugly crying. I'm gonna get out of here.
And like, it's the worst blowjob I could ever have. You just got finished smoking a joint, and you got cracker crumbs are crusting in your mouth.
He's gonna get a brown sugar blowjob, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I don't want to sandpaper BJ.
So he goes looking around for him, and he's like, what does the killer? He like has him hug the tree.
This is so weird.
This is so weird.
And a missed opportunity for a great fucking line too. But I guess this was before the environmental movement really kicked in.
Nah, yeah, no, we were burning coal like a son of a bitch back then, and we didn't give a shit.
Yeah, we didn't give a fuck about
and
tree
compressed
areas.
air. Compressed air was just dollars a fucking gallon.
Tons of hairspray. Nobody cared about the ozone then.
No.
And I was thinking, like, dude, you're a grown man. Like, just like bite your bottom lip and rip your fucking hands out of that. Like, just rip your hands out. I know it sucks, but
he hugs the tree and then he goes again with a nail shot between the two hands or through the two hands. So he's stuck hugging the tree. He's like, hey, just wait for a while. I'll be back. Like, what the
Yeah, how is there isn't a fucking tree hugger line in this?
yeah, it would have been perfect. Just a couple of years too early.
I guess you're a tree hugger now.
So yeah, and we're back to the lady, and now she's Ben, and she's crying on the blanket, and man, we just hold on the scene almost as long as we hold on the scene with the dude's fucking ass. Like, it's just too long.
Yeah, this is her Oscar scene.
Yeah, this is the camera. The director just said, "Go for it. We'll take care of it in editing," and they just didn't.
It's like the director walked up to her and said, "You're an ugly, stupid bitch, and you're never gonna make it in Hollywood." Action!
Yeah.
She just was falling apart on camera.
Walked up to her and said, "Look, they've cut the script down to 25 pages, and we need to make this last a few minutes. So can you just vamp? I gotta go do some coke. I don't know.
Just kind of cry and say some words, look around, be helpless.
Yeah,
yeah, she's just really whispering as loud as she can.
Mm-hmm.
It's so uncomfortable.
And
So
then
uncomfortable.
this dude just walks up behind her and grabs her and just yanks her.
Yeah,
and
he's
you're
like,
like,
"Bitch."
oh shit, here's the killer. But no, it's just one of the dudes at the cabin. But now it's like nighttime. It's like, whoa, hey, calm down. I mean, she's fucking just starts losing it at this point.
Yeah, because he grabs her kind of aggressively.
He's like, "Hey, shut up."
But then you come home and there's some fucking chick laid out in your fucking front lawn and you don't know what the hell's going on.
Mhm.
But he still went a little crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little.
Yeah.
It was a little intense for her. I'm like, dude, she's already falling apart. No need to be grabbing her by the shoulders and shaking her and shit. Just let her relax.
Yeah, you come home and there's some broad that's disheveled in your front lawn. The first thing you want to do is grab her from behind and start dragging her off. I get
Yeah.
it. Like,
Perfect
So,
strategy.
so she's like freaking out, and this is where we get that line, Tim, where she says, "Yeah, I was here with other people, and I heard shots from the wood." And this dude's line's so great. He's like, "Oh, it's cool. People are shooting here all the time. In fact, we can't go to the bathroom without bullets flying over our head."
Okay. Do they have an outhouse?
No, I didn't see one.
No.
So what he actually means is people are shooting his house nightly.
It's that bike. It's
Okay, because if I'm in my bathroom and bullets are shooting over my head, if I'm in my house, that means that there's people shooting at my
those
house.
damn biker gangs, bro.
And then, yes, he says that thing, and he says, because there's hunters all the time, and literally for what? Like the next maybe 4 minutes, just randomly, you just hear fucking ADR shots going off, like, with almost nobody reacting to it. And I'm like, dude, is that... Eddie, you told me you live out in the Pacific Northwest. I guess there's a bunch of hunting going out.
Yep.
Daniel, I'll assume where you grew up, there was a lot
Well,
of
I
hunting.
grew up in the city, but I did work out in the rural area, and like if it's like dove hunting season, shit like that, you are gonna be hearing. Yeah, they go out.
Okay, but doves, you're shooting up.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Whatever
Yeah,
animal, they didn't say, oh, there's a lot of bird hunting going on here. People are fucking shooting, I guess would be called, like, maybe where you are?
Yeah, no.
I know it's a big tree area.
Yeah, no,
but Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
they're normally way out, way beyond any residential type stuff. But this house seems very like pretty plugged into like the middle of the tree area.
Well, one time my dad shot a deer out of the bedroom window.
Holy shit!
Wow,
that is fucking that's hardcore.
Yeah, well, I used to call up to check in on him when he lived up in the fucking hills.
Hey,
and
Dad,
then
what's going on?
was-
Oh, wait, hold on. I'm lining up something. Hang on a second.
So I call my mom and I'm like, "What? How you guys doing?" She's like, we're pretty good. Dad's hunting. He's out. He's deer hunting." I'm like, "Oh, that's cool. It's season just kicked up, you know."
You want to
So,
talk
yeah,
to
when
him?
he gets-
He's out hunting. No, hold on. He's
when
just
he-
going to
when
pick
he
up the
gets back,
extension.
you know, tell him she's like, "No, you want to talk to him? He's in the bedroom." I'm like, "Wait, what? What the fuck?" So she hands up the phone. I'm like, "Dad, what the hell are you doing?" And he goes, "Yeah, you know the Prime Star satellite. Well, they discontinued that." I'm like, "What?" He says, "Yeah, the Prime Star company shut down. So I turned the satellite dish up, and I've been throwing old apples and bread in it, and so I've been feeding these deer out in the backyard, and they keep coming up and eating it." I'm like, "Okay." He goes, "Yeah, the son of a bitch is going to be here pretty soon. This is when he usually comes to eat, and I'm gonna shoot him." I got the bedroom window.
So he took the satellite dish off his roof, laid it down on
No,
the
it's
ground.
a Prime Star dish, so it was on the
Oh,
ground.
okay,
It wasn't
okay.
on the roof.
All right, but then he put it on the ground, then he used that, he filled it up basically like a fucking fruit
like a
bowl.
food dish.
Yeah, he's been feeding the deer. Now this deer just trusts him, and he's like, "That's cool. I'm gonna come up and get some apples." And he just
I
fucking
can't tell
shot
if
in
this
the
answers
dome.
more questions about Eddie or gives me more questions to ask.
Dude, your dad went in like for the long con on this fucking kid.
He started he started a
a good
friendship
move.
with this deer, and then fucking
Yeah,
killed
that's
it.
like. Did he have? He must have had a name for it at a certain point.
Yeah, dinner. At least he knew it was eating good too. So,
I can
you know.
imagine little Eddie skinning his first deer, just slowly realizing.
No, I started on like sturgeon and
Oh,
salmon.
okay.
I didn't really do a lot of the skinning of the deer, the bear.
Just
or
hang
any
him
of that
upside
stuff.
down, watch the blood flow.
That's just where Dad.
yep.
Start touching yourself.
Yeah.
Thanks
Well,
for that childhood
you know,
trip. The
What are
little
you gonna do?
trip down memory lane with you, Eddie.
I'm gonna go pray now. So and the cops come out to the property and they're moving the stupid fence thing. Well, the cop and the doctor, or not the doctor, the cop does, and he meets the two guys out at the fence, and he says, "Hey, what's going on?" They're like, we found some dead bodies, cop. You should come check it out.
Yep.
And I'm like, wait, okay, all right, we missed some stuff in the story, but whatever. So the cop says, yeah, me and you, we're going to go, but you stay here and wait for my friend, the doctor. When he gets here, you tell him to come up in here, and you wait right here.
And you'll know when you see him. He'll be in full denim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's the doctor from Canada.
He's a real roused-hour. So we go over there, and we're at the dead bodies, and the cop's like, hey, why didn't they've been here for a little while. Why didn't you tell us, like, last night? Because these people have been missing since last night. Why did you wait till the morning to call? And this is I think, Tim, to your point of, like, maybe we're supposed to be a little
red
suspicious
herring.
of these kids. So, yeah. So he says, I did call, but dispatch said to call back in the morning.
Yeah, it was too dark.
Because it was too dark. We couldn't see anything out here. Well, plus, with all the fucking gunshots going off, I wouldn't go out there at night either.
Is there hunting still at night?
I
Those
guess.
gunshots are going off 24 hours a fucking day?
Yeah, it's like the 4th of July, but with guns.
Yeah, they've been there
Fucking
so
great.
long they're not even fucking flinching anymore.
Yeah, just get used to it, Just do it. Maybe they're looking for Sasquatch at night.
Could be like Old Man
Yeah,
Perry.
Gotta get
Yeah.
gotta get that quatch.
So he's wondering, like, okay, well, why are people coming out here? I mean, it's like somebody's giving them directions to come out here. Which, a little clue, maybe.
Something. They're being
Maybe.
guided there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we return back to the house, and the cop's like, all right, you guys, you're free to go or whatever, because this is, all the investigation I'm going to do. We get back to the house, and the guy says, hey, where the fuck is our nail gun? It's missing.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, not only that, but they also drop another big piece in it.
Okay.
What happened to Screaming Mimi?
She's pregnant, right?
Trixie. She's pregnant, and that's why she's living with them now, because she can't go anywhere because she's pregnant. I'm like, bitch smoked
Wait
a joint.
Wait a minute.
Maybe that's why she was eating crackers,
Really?
because maybe her stomach was a little upset, but she
morning
smoked a
sickness.
It was
joint,
a better time.
and she didn't look pregnant.
We're trying to get rid of the morning sickness. So you smoke the joint, get rid of the nausea, eat a couple of crackers, get fucked. I mean, it's all good.
And then you just stay at somebody's house for free, who's staying at somebody's house for free.
Right. Where there are gunshots going off all the time. Great place to raise a kid, by the way.
Yeah.
It's good to induce labor.
Yeah, not to mention your crew just got killed out there.
Yeah, she forgot all about that shit pretty quick, didn't she? She got a free house. She got a place to drop the kid. She's happy.
Yeah, and all the SpaghettiOs you can eat.
Everything's falling in place.
She's pregnant, so maybe she likes the SpaghettiOs.
Maybe. So now we cut to the construction site, and there are these two idiots having a nail gun fight.
Yeah, there's your inspiration for the movie right there.
Yeah.
When I saw this, I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
I thought they were fucking around, but I think they were actually, they were supposed to be actually shooting at each other.
They were supposed to actually be shooting at each other because at a couple of points, it looks like you see what looks like nails going into dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking hardcore. Come on, man.
But then the guy fucking Wile E. Coyotes himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he got lucky.
He's like a nut check or something.
Something.
He runs across the fucking ground. The guy runs into the house. He does like a fucking Hogan's Alley, like it's Nintendo NES with the light gun shooting at the fucking guy. And the guy on top screams, "Give up, I win," because I guess he has the high ground. We learned that from Star Wars. And the guy comes charging at him in the wide open, and he runs into a rake, and it hits him right in the balls. Because at first I thought he was pretending to get shot, like, when you're a little kid and you're doing bang, bang, bang.
fucking around.
Yeah.
You pretend to get shot and you fall down. But he's grabbing his fucking balls. I'm like, the fuck? But I rewound it. He got hit by a rake in the fucking balls.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Didn't catch that. Yeah, meanwhile, in a nail gun fight, getting hit in the balls with a rake, probably preferred outcome.
I was going to say the best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
It's like, my nuts hurt. Guys, hold on. Take a break. I know we're trying to kill each other, but let's take a break.
Even if you're, like, pretending, like, all right, I'm not going to fucking shoot anywhere close to him, but still, Jesus fucking Christ.
You don't just go running around shooting at your buddy with a...
God damn it.
But somebody sees us, somebody's watching this whole thing going on, and it makes them very, very angry.
Yes. And who is it? Well, it's our hero, the nail gun killer, I guess. I don't know. No fucking name.
There you go. It reminds me of like
soundboard
the bad guys from Power Ranger movies, or the Power Ranger show. Like they always had really stupid, cheesy one-liners like that. And this definitely is in that same vein. You're like, okay, God, just kill them, please.
It wouldn't be so bad if it was one-liners, but it just goes on
it's
on.
one-liners
This
on
fucking
repeat.
killer. Well, here's the thing. Maybe what they're doing is they're trying to convince us it's a woman because they have a woman who's obviously playing this character all the way up to this part. The things that are being said, and they just won't shut the fuck up.
Are you trying to say something?
Now, see, I'm lucky because my wife, me and Aipo, never will listen to this show, so I can say that. And I don't have to worry about getting any repercussions dealt to me. But I'm thinking, like, Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up and already kill the person. But no. Next thing is going to be, how was your day?
Yeah, this is why there's not a lot of female serial killers. They'd only kill 2 or 3 people because they'd just be talking all the time.
They waste 90 minutes of the movie time talking.
Oh, you're quite verbose, man. Oh, God. And well, not to mention, like, they're dropping a lot of clues, like saying a lot of lines, like, well, you know what you did 6 months ago, and
yeah, what you did to me. I'm gonna do
this
to
is
you.
the biggest like clue that you get. You're like, oh, okay, so I guess it is her. Because it's very obvious.
I have it written down. What she says is at one point, because what she does is she gets both of these guys are inside the house, and how does she get them? She nails their hands to the walls.
Of course.
Okay, somebody's got a fucking hand.
Go-to
fetish.
move.
You had Quentin Tarantino and this one, whoever this guy is, loves fucking hands. But the killer says,
"You guys played a game with me. Now it's my turn to play with you, and it's called war."
I'm thinking, all right, that's going to go over their head because they don't know who the fuck Edgar Allan Poe is. But that's a line. So again, that's just reinforcing that this is the female in the beginning of the movie.
Well, yeah, we're talking about poetry, so of course it's a female.
Gotta be a female. They love their Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, that's not exactly something you probably get a lot of East Texas lumber fucking mills.
Man, you ever read that Edgar Allan Poe? What damn that fucking one about the thing that goes back and forth? What's that thing called?
I like the one where he builds a mechanical chess player.
Oh yeah.
My favorite one was that one with the folks that got that mask about the Red Death.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm never gonna wear a mask.
Very true.
You know what? Fuck that Red Death, man. They ain't scared of no Red Death. They ain't wear no mask.
I'm going to the party. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, man, this is where you get all your good stuff, y'all. You get your best comedy. You get your political opinions. You get your gender opinions.
Tim's enlightened takes
Your
on
hard
women.
takes on female serial
We got some
killers
fucking
not
hard
shutting
takes
up.
on this shit, y'all.
Yeah, and speaking of hard, we kick over to this dude driving with another broad in a car. And I'm like, okay, 2 more people to kill.
Yep.
Line it up.
I
right?
love these people.
And, oh, dude, this dude is ready to fuck.
I am a fan of this whole thing. I love this part of the movie.
This
How about
scene
that
is
car?
Is that a
car's
Pontiac
fucking
Fiero
classic.
or
I think it looks like to me, it looks like a fucking Toyota Miata.
Ooh, that might.
It does look like a Miata.
I think that's what it is. You're right.
Too small to fuck it.
Yeah. You got to think about that. If you want to be a sex guy, don't buy a two-seater.
Isn't that like the ultimate irony? Is you want to be a sex guy, you save up, you buy a fucking Toyota Miata, and you finally get a chick, and it's too fucking small to fuck.
Yeah, and you got to go to the hood.
You don't have hotel money. You just spent it all on your fucking Toyota.
Yeah, because you can't go to your place. You don't own one. You spend all your money on your car.
That's right. You're living at home, working at McDonald's. You bought the fucking sex car, the car that's going to get you laid. You're blasting Panama in it, driving down the road, and it's too
This
small.
is why the 70s was so dope, because you had a van, and you had all the room in the world.
Yep.
And then people started buying these little tiny Japanese cars in the 80s, and you just don't have the same kind of room to work with. You don't even have curtains, you know?
Can't get any leverage.
There's no fun in that. So they're at a
Damn.
burger shop, right? Or something like, I think they're...
Yeah, because she's like, look, you told me you'd take me out to a high-class meal. And he's like, all right, does that work?
She's like, I'm not a cheap date. You got to feed me before we go.
You know how expensive this car was?
Yeah. So, and they've got a sign that says, grilled cheese and fries, $1.15.
Holy shit.
So I'm like, okay, this is definitely a class joint.
It's $1.19.
$1.19. Okay.
And I think, wasn't it you, the foodie, who said that you can never go wrong with getting a grilled cheese sandwich no matter how bad the place is because they can't fuck that up? Or that's like the hardest thing for a restaurant to fuck up cooking?
Yeah. You're very unlikely to get food poisoning from a grilled cheese sandwich. So it's pretty
completely
safe.
accurate. Cheese lasts a while, too.
That's true, yeah. And it's pretty filling. I did have one place fuck one up, though. There was actually more cheese outside of the sandwich than inside of the
That's
sandwich.
a big...
Oh, they did a reverse on you.
Yeah.
you got a prolapsed grilled cheese.
They flipped that shit.
Excuse me, my grilled cheese has been prolapsed. Can I just get...
Looks like somebody popped it. So they go up there, and he sees the waitress coming up, and he's like, oh, shit. Shoves his lady friend's face in his lap, and I'm like, that's a bit forward, sir.
Not only that, but how does that work? Because let's assume that this is A, maybe his girlfriend, possibly his wife, or B, just a chick that he banged, and he doesn't want to get caught with another girl. So the answer is, she's coming up to my car. Let me put this girl's head in my lap so it looks like I'm getting a blowjob.
Yeah, shouldn't you hide? You're the one she's going to recognize. You should fucking hide.
How she's not going to recognize that fucking pussy mobile?
Oh, that's true.
That's a very good... I guess he should have put his head in her lap.
Yep. She was like, I still have a crick in my neck from the last time we were here, last time I was in your car.
Yeah. I love her move, though. She's just like, look, just shut the fuck up and order the food. Okay.
Yeah, she's actually pretty cool about it. I mean,
well
about as cool as you can be.
So he orders two of the specials, which again, remember, those are grilled cheese and fries.
Ugh,
for $1.19.
I would be so gassy, y'all. I would just be fucking blowing up that little car.
But they don't get grilled cheese sandwiches.
No, they get burgers for
Which
some
look
reason.
pretty fucking good for $1.19.
Yeah, that looks like Whataburger.
Jesus Christ.
Or
yeah, and this is at a Dairy Queen because the cups have the DQ logo on.
That's what I like about Texas.
No, but that's not necessarily true. There's a lot of fucking places that buy knockoff cups.
Those Chinese manufacturers.
Well, I don't know about New York, but we have a ton of fucking pizza and fried chicken fast food places, like a chain. And instead of KFC, they're usually called like something like JFC.
It's like
I'm not kidding you. It's like, and it's fried chicken. Was it a fucking elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's like when my parents bought me Mikey's at the flea market.
Oh my god! So yeah, maybe this was like I don't know, dollar queso because you're getting the dollar grilled cheese special. I don't know.
For that kind of money, that overhead, they're buying fucking cups on the cheap. So Dairy Queen, those cups aren't quality standard good enough for Dairy Queen. They're going to sell them or throw them away. They'll buy them for 1 penny on the cup.
And y'all tell me, would you rather have, because she goes and gets the food, would you rather have spit? Because I was expecting, like, oh, they're probably going to fuck up their food or spit in it or something. No, she goes to the back of his fucking car and just bends the fuck out of his antenna. I'm like, I think I would have taken the spit.
Yeah, well, that's fucking with the guy's car, man. You don't do that shit.
That is rough. It reminded me of my sister. My sister,
I know that. I heard this.
Yeah, in high school, this guy.
Hello, Daniel's sister.
Yeah, my sister Anna. She loves the podcast. She likes Eddie's podcast too, and she even said that she couldn't tell who was funnier, Eddie or Tim, because she loves both your voices as well. So
wow, I think she followed me on Twitter too. So thank you.
Oh, nice. So she
didn't follow you, Eddie, did she?
I don't know. I get so many women following me.
Yeah, it gets lost in the shuffle. She's lost in the shuffle. So this guy had one of those Nissan 3, or it may have been a Datsun still. It was like a Datsun 280Z or whatever the fuck. I don't remember the model number, but he loved this car. They went out for about 2 or 3 months. She finds out he's cheating on her. By the way, she was, I think, a junior or senior, and I'm 2 years younger, so I think I was a freshman or a sophomore. And she finds out he cheated. So during break, while he's still in class, she goes out to his car. The whole entire hood, she scratches in a pentagram, like to cover the whole hood. And this dude was, no joke, crying. Like when he saw this, he just was falling apart, and I could not stop laughing. And I remember I told him, he came up to me. He's like, "Hey man, I was thinking about going out with your sister. Like, is she pretty cool?" And I'm like, "I wouldn't do it." And he was like, nah, like,
hey. You're not White Fire. That's why.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I was like, nah, I wouldn't. She gets a little rowdy, like, I don't know, man. And he's like, no, she's cool. I was like, all right, but don't fuck her over.
I hope this guy was like super religious, so that's why she did the pentagram.
I hope so too. I'm not sure. I didn't know him that well, but it was just classic.
Yeah, I would have just rocked that pentagram on the hood. I don't give a fuck.
That's metal as fuck.
Oh, God. So now they get their burgers, they're eating it, and the dude's all shaking, so he's like dropping the toppings of the burger into his lap, and then the new chick's like cleaning it off for him.
Yeah, he's falling into pussy on this one. She can obviously see that he banged this waitress and obviously did something to piss this waitress off, which probably means bang and run, right?
Yep.
And her idea is, oh, I see you're so nervous. I see you're so upset. Let me start touching your dick, and I'm going to fuck you later on.
Yes.
So calm down.
She's pretty great.
It's a good move.
It's pretty great.
I mean, it worked.
It works, yeah. I'll bend your antenna later on.
I'll strain that antenna.
So they drive off into darkness, and he's trying to get his fuck on, and she's like, "Look, man, we gotta go someplace else, man. My mom, she drives by here on the way home from work. The last thing I want her to see is me getting railed out by some dude." And his line
don't worry,
to her,
I'm the man.
Oh, okay. So like his mom will pull up,
She's gonna see my ass up in the air, not yours.
Right. So the mom's gonna drive by and they're fucking, and she's gonna be like, "Oh my word, that's my daughter just getting slam jammed." And oh no, it's that guy. He's the man. It's cool.
He's like, "Thank you."
No, I think really what it was is that the car is so small that he's gonna have to get on top of her, and literally the only thing anybody's gonna see is just his ass going up and down the air.
It look like he's fucking his own car.
He's like, man, that guy really, really loves that car.
All right, now here's a question. Is this car automatic or is it a stick shift?
Got to be a stick. Back then, for sure.
So even worse, because we see, if anybody watches this fucking movie, which you should, this stick shift is right up her fucking ass then.
Yeah, she's getting DP'd by the fucking, the gear shift knob, man. She's like, can you put this thing into fucking neutral
Reverse neutral.
Yeah, it's pretty bad when your car's fucking her better than you are.
Yeah.
Hey, Cameron Diaz.
Right when she comes, the transmission drops out
I'm
of
going
it.
to act Cameron Diaz on this fucking episode.
You just have like a massive oil leak right when she comes. Oh, good stuff.
But he gives her a great line. He says, and Tim, maybe you can explain this one to me. He says he's as horny as a rooster in a Chinese hen house.
I have that written down, and I don't know what the difference between a Chinese hen house versus a Japanese, a Korean, a fucking Swedish hen house, or anything is. A hen house is a hen house, isn't
I'm thinking maybe the Chinese, they have more hens than we have hens in our hen houses. I don't know.
He went there, he wanted a hand job?
Yeah, he wanted a hen job. God damn it.
I swear to God, I just made that up. I did not have that written down.
Oh, my Lord. I don't know. Like, what the fuck is this line supposed to mean? Like,
I couldn't tell if it was racist or not.
It's racist because it doesn't make any sense. Because, like I said, that's just it's not even like something that the Chinese are known for. The hen houses. Hey, if you don't get hen from China, you haven't had hen.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess like they eat a lot of chicken's feet, so maybe maybe he's afraid of that and he's sweating. Not that he's. I have no idea.
That was.
I think it was just something that he just fucking threw in, and they just.
That's what bums me out about these movies.
It's just really obscure fucking reference.
Yeah, like I could write 25 to 50 other lines they could have used there, and they went with that. I'm like, what is wrong? What's going on? Damn it!
Look, we got to get this thing shot.
Yeah.
Come on, no, don't pay that man to write anymore. Let's go. Come on,
let's go with the
more shots.
Let's go with the Chinese hen house idea. Fuck it.
Yep. So they're trying to fuck. It's not working. He's like, look, let's just get out to the hood. Yep. And we'll sail on that for a little while. And well, he's trying to negotiate that. Like they're having a hard time getting into position.
She's in short, so there's no easy access. Yeah.
No, not really working out. And
remember, because she's nervous. She doesn't want her mom to see that she's getting fucked in the car.
On the hood of a car.
On the side of this one-town road. So
just
let's move to the hood of the car.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're fucking, and our hero shows up and very kind of like courteously just like taps him on the back with the nail gun, like, excuse me,
two times because he's like, hold on a second.
Yeah, hold on
a second, I'm not done here
yet.
Get
my fuck on.
Like who did he think was tapping him on the shoulder?
Bigfoot.
Yeah, he thought it was the Squatch. Squatch is like, my turn after you. I got dibs.
Maybe it's a lady that works at the fucking Dairy Queen pissed off that he forgot his receipt.
I know, she's like,
that's it.
She's like, there's a survey in the back. If you want to take it, you get a free burger. I hate that shit.
Yeah. So now Killer tells the guy, all right, get up and spread them, and you fake tits, get your ass back in the car.
Yeah, that's another weird fucking line because number one, they didn't look fake.
Those are real.
No.
They looked very real. That's all I'll say.
Yeah.
And again, that's a weird line for our female killer to be throwing at another woman.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And why did you tell her to get in the car, too? Because
it doesn't make fucking sense. God damn it.
Guy gets up, guy spreads them, and you probably can predict what's going to happen here.
At this point, don't you fight? Don't you do something?
Yeah.
If somebody's telling you to turn around and spread them, and they have a fucking nail gun,
push him, and he'll fall backwards onto the tank.
Yeah, it's a nail gun. It's not,
Do you know how much that would hurt your fucking back if you fell down and landed on that fucking tank on your back?
You're not getting up.
That's it. End of movie.
That's gonna bruise the fuck up.
the wheelchair massacre.
No, killer just kills him. Nail guns him. She gets out. She's like, "Why did you do that?" And killer's like, sorry. You don't understand."
Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll never understand. And then bang, shoots her like 3 fucking times.
Well, true. Right now she's dead. She will never understand.
She died not understanding.
Done is done.
Yep.
This is how we get ghosts, y'all.
Now,
they have unfinished business because they didn't understand what happened. They didn't understand why they died.
There's some big titty woman walking around in a bra that's transparent with nails stuck in her. Like, what the fuck?
I think it was Candace that said because Candace is into these ghost shows, and apparently one.
I thought you were going to say something else. What the fuck? Wait, what kind of Instagram does Candace have?
Candace is into really big swinging titties. But she said that one of these ghost shows, they said, how come all ghosts are white people?
Because everybody else figured out, look, man, I can just float around the universe and do whatever the fuck I want. I'm getting away from all these white people.
That made me laugh, man. I was like, oh my God.
Fuck all them.
Yeah.
A great point. And how come the ghosts always have clothes? Like, are people like stitching ghosts into the clothes? Shouldn't there be a lot of them running around with their dick out? Like, you never
would
see
think
that.
there'd be one Harvey Weinstein ghost.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Well, there's definitely an Epstein ghost.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, there is.
Yeah, there's an Epstein ghost. Yeah.
Speaking of weird relationships with younger women, we cut to a really nice house, and somebody dropped the mic in the fish tank. because all I can hear are these fucking bubbles.
Oh yeah.
Very, very loud.
Oh, is this the salad mixing scene?
Yep. This is a salad tossing scene, Tim.
Oh, that's
You were
right.
Excited.
The girl, she looks like. All right, here's another obscure ref. Stephanie from Archie Bunker's Place.
Okay, I can see that.
We need.
Daniel is just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, Eddie, you need to have some kind of like Tim references little segments here and there.
Yeah.
There's going to be one person who gets
Tim
that.
time.
Tim time.
Yeah.
They just call tool time.
Yep.
I don't think so, Tim.
So yeah, he says, "Hey, oh, young lady, go get your suit on. We're going to go out back and do some swimming. Oh, and by the way, all those people that died, I think I figured out that the killings have something to do with the construction site because they all worked at the construction site.
And I'm the owner of that construction site.
Right. Oh, okay, cool. Well, good to know somebody. You want to call the cops? Because they haven't figured it out yet.
No. He wants to take a nice stroll. This fucking guy's walk over to his barbecue.
Yeah.
He looks like he's had like fucking 20 edibles and his arms and legs are just made out of rubber. I swear to God, if you look at it, I don't know what time it is in the fucking movie, but his arms and legs are just swinging. He looks like fucking Easy Reader from the electric company with the way that he's walking over to that guy.
That is exactly an hour and 4 minutes in. I just checked.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice.
Damn.
No, this dude's great. And so he walks by the pool.
The way he's walking is fucking crazy, right?
Yeah, and the fucking killer is just like dead man floating in the pool.
Yep, just hanging out in the fucking...
In the motorcycle helmet.
Yep.
Yeah.
In a motorcycle helmet. How do you hold your breath in a fucking motorcycle helmet?
Okay. With the nail gun. And my note is, I don't think that thing should be underwater.
I was going to say, that thing does not work, like, once you dip it in water.
He dies from tetanus.
He's like, oh, they're rusty. Oh.
And my note is he breathing the air out of the compressed air tank while he's hanging
That
out
would have been
down
dope
here?
if he, like, customized his air tank so he could use it.
And then he had, like, a fucking helium voice for this kill. Exactly.
Has a harpoon instead of a nail gun. That would.
I would have loved a harpoon
because it's
a spear gun for this one kill in the water. You got to use a spear gun.
I would have gone with Spear Gun Massacre before Nail Gun Massacre.
I actually had a spear gun one time, and let me tell you, that shit doesn't work unless you're underwater, I guess.
Oh, are you for real?
Huh.
It just goes down?
Literally, I had it, I loaded it up, shot it, and it went about like maybe 3 feet, and then just like literally just like dropped on the ground.
Huh.
And I'm like, maybe if I take it in my bathtub. But then I was smart enough to think, maybe it'll ricochet.
Yeah, right into your fucking ball sack.
Exactly. You would have won a fucking Darwin Award.
You're going to end up with a fucking Tim kebab in the tub.
That's when I became Tammy.
Tim Tam.
And then I went to sleepaway camp.
Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, sleepaway camp.
Oh, good shit.
No, so we end up with a dad kebab, though, because he gets fucking nail gunned. And the grill that they're using to cook here is just a propane tank with like a
connected
hood.
to a grill, yeah.
Yeah. So he falls on it and he starts smoking. And all of a sudden, then the girl's dressed. She starts coming out, and she's like, "Hey, Dad, are the steaks done?" She smells her dad cooking.
She's like, "They smell pretty good."
Well, actually, we get like a 3-minute scene where she's deciding on what bathing suit to wear.
Oh yeah.
She's got to look good for her dad.
Yeah, I thought that was so weird, and she looks sexy.
And she picks the bikini.
Yeah,
because the other ones that she had, they were 1-piece suits, and the one that she comes out in is a fucking bikini.
Dad likes me in the 2-piece.
Hey, look, her dad's not exactly a nice guy.
Yeah. Ugh. Why do you gotta take it there? But she is. I mean, she loved him though, because she's distraught when she sees him on the grill. She starts moving him back and forth.
And yeah, she's flipping him, and not only that, but I think I think she didn't know the camera was still rolling, because at 2 points, she backs away from him. And then, like, stops a little bit, and then goes back to him, and then backs away again.
Yeah.
Well, you got to make sure the meat cooks evenly.
You got to really shake up the pan. You know, just get it on every side. Got to get that char.
Yeah. So the cops get the call. They're like, "All right, I guess we gotta go out and talk to the dead guy's daughter." And Dr. Sexy in his denim is sitting there. He's typing away. He's looking at some photos. He's trying to, I guess he gives some form of exposition. He's like, a lot of these people worked at this place, but some of them didn't. What does it all mean? He picks up the phone. He's like, "Hey, Dallas people, I'm going to send you a bunch of info I need you to process or whatever. And then tell me if you have any leads.
Yeah.
And I need the test result."
And let me tell you, this doctor may be one of the first doctors I've seen who really loves a popped collar. Throughout this whole scene, he's got his popped collar. And
his shirtless sleeves.
Yeah, man. He's supposed to be the fucking sex guy. Like, I think he's the ultimate sex guy of this movie. You're supposed to want to fuck this dude.
I think he's supposed to be Tom Wopat.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, hey, he's Dr. Sexy. What did I tell you?
Dr. Denim. What are you going to do?
So
he could have been Doc Hollywood in this town.
Could have been.
At this point, I'm rooting for the Nailgun killer. I'm just like, kill everybody in this fucking town and then yourself. That's the only possible.
Yeah, Operation Clean Slate. Let's just...
We have to destroy the town to save it.
Yeah, because we go back to the cop, and the cop's like talking to the girl, and then he makes the connection to the construction site, and the cop's like, "Oh yeah, that's the construction site where that girl accused half of the men that worked there of gang raping her."
No, it's worse. He says that little gal.
That little gal. Yeah. Okay. Hey, why didn't you do anything? Literally anything.
Mm-hmm. You just told some truck driver that you don't have anybody except law-abiding citizens in your little tiny town.
Also, how does it take like 4 to 5 deaths to connect things? Like, it should have taken 2 to 3, and you're like, oh, there's a connection. 2.
It's a small town, Daniel. 2 fucking people killed who work for the same company. It's a small town. Because when they go into the general store, what does the fucking old lady say? One of the things is, well, I don't like to gossip, but. So if 2 people who work for the same fucking company get killed, the cop can't fucking figure it out. Plus, we find out in a couple of seconds, the doctor knew this too.
Yeah, well, that's what makes it funny is the cop doesn't figure it out. The doctor seems to... Well, the cop kind of... I think he hints about it, but the doc is...
Well, no, because the girl tells him. The girl's like, yeah, he was just... my dad was just talking about how 6 other guys from the company that got killed. Yep. And the cop's like, oh, that's the company where the gang rape happened, huh?
Yeah, and then she says maybe it's her, and then the doctor comes out of nowhere and drops a bomb on it. Yes, I know, because I took care of her after her rape, and she didn't seem to have any mental problems.
Yeah, she was cool.
So the cop explained to the doctor what the doctor already knew.
Yeah, no, it was the doctor that took care of her. Dr. Denham, right?
Right, Dr. Denham took care of her, but he said she didn't have any mental problems.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
gang
I know
rape,
she got...
back up on your feet, back to
like,
work the
next day. Like, she definitely didn't have, like, a thing about wanting to revenge and, kill everybody. She seemed okay.
She kept saying, I'm going to nail them all. I don't know what that meant. Maybe she was a big fan of Sammy Kerr, the musician. I don't
like
know.
that you have to mention that he's a musician. Sammy Kerr.
Yeah, the cop puts it together and he goes, this little gal, she was gang raped. She said that a bunch of guys who worked at this construction yard did it, and so far, more than half the victims who died have all worked at that construction yard.
By the way, guys, we've been talking about this whole time when we brought up the doc. I've had the movie playing in the background just to kind of have reference. We're still in the scene where he's in front of his stupid computer on the phone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have that written down. It's like 5 minutes of him. This is Dr. Jones. I'm calling for Dr. Steve. Yes, I'll hold. And then he's actually holding on. This is Dr. Steve. Good. Oh, wait, I have to leave a message? Oh, yes, could you put me through? I'd like to leave a message on his answering service. Yes, this is Dr. Steve's answering service. What the fuck?
It's all in real time, man. It's fucking fucked up.
This is a real-time scene.
It's the worst.
It's an art house movie, man. He was trying to make you feel what the character was feeling.
So after that...
John Cassavetes, you have to...
After that scene, we get sleeveless Dr. Denham. He looks sexy as fuck.
Now he's serious.
The hot guy, and he's
Sleeves
on the case.
off.
He's got like a belt buckle, too, that looks a little like, I don't know.
That was a big fucking set. That was a big 80s thing, having those big ass fucking belt buckles.
Man. It looks a little white supremacist kind of like.
It's you know what it is. I think it's another one of those things where it's, hey, look at my dick.
look at this eagle pointing at my dick.
Yeah. I knew a dude in high school that bleached a skunk line on his pubes. So he'd just walk up to people and be like, hey, man. You're like, hey, like I skunked my pubes. And he pulled the front of his pants down real quick. And because he's moving real quick, a lot of people be like, what? Oh, God damn it.
Oh.
I had some fucking asshole at one of the jobs I worked at did that with his fucking dick piercing. Where it was just like everybody was in the fucking office, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, you guys want to see what I did this weekend? And bang, there it is.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with that dude?
When I worked at Sprint, I was training people, and this girl I was training, we're talking, you know, she's listening to me take phone calls and stuff. This is a long-ass time ago when I was doing customer service. And so she's like, oh, it's a pretty cool place to work here, right? I'm like, yeah, it's not. So I got my clit pierced. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's something. Let's take another call.
I gotta say that the part of that story that I have trouble believing is that you were in customer service.
Yeah, I just imagine Eddie helping some fucking old asshole who doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
So, true story.
I'm trying to call my grandkids, but I can't get a picture.
This true story. I made so much use of the fucking mute button at that place. But
I believe it.
One time, after somebody hung up and I heard them hang up, I'm like, that fucking bitch. And then the next day I get called in. This is at a different place. This isn't at Sprint, but the next day I get called in and I'm like, what's up? And the guy's like, yeah, let's take a listen to one of the calls that we were happening to monitor. And I'm like, yeah. And they play it. And he's like, I know she did hang up and I know you heard her hang up, but you probably don't want to do that in case she did.
So somebody really listens to those things? Like when they say that this is going to be recorded, somebody actually
There's
listens?
someone paid to listen to that shit, dude.
Yep, QA department. And at that company they did it, but at Sprint they only did it while the QA department was in because they didn't want to record it. That would require a whole separate phone setup. So I knew the people in the QA department, and they all clocked out at like 5 o'clock, and I worked from 11 to 8. So after 5 o'clock, dude, it was the Wild West.
That's crazy because I just saw on the news that Walmart is thinking about installing like listening devices at the cashier register so they can listen to how the cashiers talk to the customers.
Well, don't work at Walmart.
Yeah, don't work at Walmart. That sounds like a fucking bummer.
Real bummer.
Because every interaction is going to have its own thing. It's really hard to uniform how you communicate. I mean, other than the simple hello and goodbye bullshit, but whatever's in between can be completely... There's too many variables. It's not like you're trying to sell them more shit. Like, what's...
Well, no. What you're going to get with that is you're just going to get hello, good afternoon, and that's it. You're not going to get any chit-chat, anything at all, so it's going to be even less humane.
Yeah, whoever needs to listen over those recordings needs to be in therapy, because I would lose my fucking shit if I had to listen to that.
Yeah, they're going to blow their fucking brains out.
That's fucking horrible.
Can you imagine having to listen like 8 hours a fucking day, having to listen to those recordings just one after the other, and just listening for somebody to say some stupid shit like, hey, asshole? And then you're like, I got one!
We got one!
Yeah.
Let's fire this person that we're paying $5.85 to. That we're not paying enough to. Bullshit. So, yes.
Speaking of bullshit,
we're back with the doc and with the sheriff.
Back to the doc. So, they don't do anything. They don't report, anything about Linda getting gang raped. But the doc, sure, it wasn't Linda, because she doesn't seem like the type to be the killer.
Yeah, he totally defends her.
But that's cool. And plus, he says, instead, let's wait on my report from Dallas. For what? What the fuck could the report from Dallas know?
Yeah, because at this point, when he was talking to the doctor from Dallas after he was on hold for 17 minutes and he finally got through to this guy, and he's like, I want you to do a profile for me. Of what? And he's even saying, like, he's not even sure that some of these killings are connected, because in one breath he says these killings are connected because they're using the same weapon, and the next one he's going, but I don't know if they're connected because all these people don't know each other.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, it was so fucking stupid.
It's just, he completely flipped the story in 2 fucking sentences. And they're getting killed with a fucking box of nails and a hammer or a nail gun. Because guess what? Both of those things have in common. Nails.
Yeah. It seems pretty logical that they're all connected. Like, at this point, if that's in question, then fuck it, throw out the movie.
Or you know why he's a doctor? Because he looks kind of like a city guy.
Nah.
Drug problem, small town. Now he's a fucking doctor. He's popping all those fucking pills.
Yeah, he came in from the maybe a suburban Dallas town, found his way down to this little small town, and he's edgy. They don't trust him.
Yeah, he's prescribing too many fucking diet pills. The housewives in Texas and Dallas had to move, get out of town while the getting was good.
I get the feeling in this town, you don't even have to be a doctor. You could just come there and say, I'm a doctor. Because I think that's what the cop did.
Yeah, the cop looked like he came into the precinct and said, "We got a sheriff?
You see this holster I have? Who else is going to wear this holster except for a police officer?
Look how stoic my face is."
Because I don't know. As a big guy, you don't want to draw attention to the man breasts that you have with that fucking holster that he's running around.
Oh, God.
We cut to a long shot of two women walking. Not really sure why, but boy howdy.
Oh,
long walk.
The long
I love it, too, because there's like this song that goes on. It kind of reminds me of the Twin Peaks song. It's like just keyboard. And I don't know why, but while I was watching, I was like, "We're two women walking." I just started
Does it look like a douche commercial?
Yeah.
Oh. So that's a note that I also forgot about. When they were trying to fuck in that car, there's a song playing. It then cuts to like a station ID, and then it cuts back to the same song.
Yes, that's right. That's right. They interrupted the song. It's like, it's fucking Freebird. We got time.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small towns, they don't give a shit.
So yeah, these two women who are gonna die are just walking, and they stumble upon the shitty little house.
Yeah,
and they're like, maybe we can go in here and make a phone call. And they walk by Tim, who's standing there?
3 fucking feet away from them,
completely motionless.
Yeah. They thought he was a lawn ornament.
That's why I said before, this guy could make a ton of money either in the New York City subway dressed up as the Statue of Liberty, or in Times Square, just standing like a statue and every 5 minutes moving.
Yeah, really
People
good.
do
Teaching
that.
David Blaine how to hold his breath, too, like you said.
David Blaine, you hack.
Fucking David Blaine.
I'm going to @ David Blaine.
This can't be, yeah. David Blaine, you stole this bit. But so at this point, I'm like, what's going on? Is this suit just hang? Like, no, it can't just be the suit hanging there because it's a fucking like coveralls and a nail gun, like that,
and the helmet,
and a fucking helmet.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I guess if I was the girls, I would have been like, oh, cool, they're fucking taking up the Scarecrow thing up a notch, you know, like this is the new Scarecrow 2.0. They put a fucking motorcycle helmet on.
Or you would have been like, hey, look at this fucking loser who's out fucking playing paintball with his friends.
It's just,
Exactly.
Are the killers just perfectly still? I almost barely could tell that was, I was like, oh shit. What the?
It was one of those things, yeah, because I watched this movie twice. I always watch a movie at least 2 times. I watch it the first time just to watch and experience, and the second times I watch it and I know what's going on so I can make my notes. And the first time, it's kind of like maybe if you're not paying attention, you might not see him. But after they go knock on the door and nobody answers.
It's so clear.
And they just are walking right fucking towards the killer. And it's like they almost trip over the fucking nail gun before they even realize that the fucking killer.
You also see the hearse in the background, the fucking piss-colored hearse.
Yeah, that's right. Champagne.
The shitty hearse. So they walk over, and the dude, the killer. Oh, so many good lines.
Oh yeah, they really cheesed it up.
Okay, so he shoots one of them, and the line is,
"Time to do your nails. You want to look pretty. Inhale." then we got, "This'll be a gas," which, what?
One more.
No, nothing to do with gas, whatever. And the last one, "This must be 2 for 1 day."
Folks.
All right,
Those
well,
are
here's the thing.
fucking
Maybe
lines.
the gas is he's using gas instead of compressed air. And the 2 for 1 day would have made sense if he killed them with one nail.
Yeah, that would have been. I was actually waiting for something like that to happen, where maybe it goes through someone's throat and then goes into.
It goes through fucking asphalt.
Yeah, like that would have been fucking cool. Like there is so many awesome ways to kill someone with a nail gun that they just didn't do. And I maybe it was a budget thing, but it just feels.
What budget? They don't show the people. They don't show the fucking nails going in, and they're just using nails with suction cups, sticking them on your face.
It's
Somebody
shit I
ran
can go
out of
get at
spit.
the Halloween store.
Yep.
Go get a sponge.
I will say I like the blood. They did good job. The blood looks good. I like the blood. Yeah,
It's not bad.
Yeah, I got no complaints about that. And for the most part, the nails, when you see them, they look pretty good, except for that one scene with the girl
Where
at
they're
the,
shaking.
The auto parts
Yeah.
store, yeah.
They look okay.
The kill we know nothing about.
Yeah, the mystery kill.
Okay.
Yeah, who is she? Why?
That was just like someone.
Yeah.
That was probably another chick that like fucking bitched at him about forgetting his receipt, and he was like, "I'm gonna go back and kill this motherfucker."
That was probably the first kill. It was just some personal shit that he had to take out. He's just
No.
like,
What
look,
happened is whoever this killer is just bought a nail gun and it's like, oh shit! So that's how you're supposed to put the nail. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Motherfucker! I just shot some bitch in the face 6 times.
Yeah, I got to turn it off a full auto and remove the bump stock that came with it.
I'm gonna get a 3D printer nail gun.
By the way, the fucking Doc has one hell of a car.
Oh yeah,
This is when we see the Doc coming through. What is he? I think it's a. Is it a Pontiac Firebird or is that a Camaro?
That's a car you can fuck it.
oh yeah. No, I think it's definitely a Pontiac. I think it might be
It's
a
a sexy
Firebird.
car.
It's a nice car. Yeah.
Is
So
it a
here-
Firebird? Because he doesn't have the Firebird sticker on it. In 1984, 85, you would have
Yeah.
You know
had
what?
that Firebird
Whatever.
sticker
The Doc
on
wanted
car.
it to be undercover. He specifically asked to not add the decal. He was like, "Oh,
He went to the GTA Pay and Spray from Vice City.
Took that 4-star down to nothing.
Oh yeah.
oh.
They had to clear his wanted level so he could come to this town and pretend he's a doctor. So yeah. So the doctor goes to Linda's place and he's like, "Hey, we gotta go." I'm like, "What?" Well, yeah, the cop thinks you're the killer. She's like, "Oh, well, but I didn't do anything. Oh, and my brother Bubba, he's not here. He took that old hearse. He took that old hearse of his." I'm like, "What?"
Yep. We've never heard this name before.
No.
We've seen this person, but I don't think we've ever heard their name.
Nope.
Or if we did, we only saw this person for what? 3
And the
seconds,
3 seconds,
maybe? 5
the 3 seconds
seconds
that we saw this person, the camera's basically like right 2 inches from his fucking face. You know, so they definitely wanted to give us some sort of impression of this person, but we didn't understand why.
Yeah, just in case. Bubba is the guy who was at the yard when those 4 people rolled in looking for jobs with their girlfriends and said, "There's no work. Why don't you go to this old house? That's where they're hiring." And then when they left, he said, "I'll see you."
You see, the
later
director knew that when we ran into the scene where the doc is on the phone for about 20 minutes, that we would forget.
The cordless phone that I have real questions about how that thing works. You just pick it up to answer it and put it down to hang up?
No. Cordless phone.
There's no antenna?
It was an infrared cordless phone.
Where's the antenna on this fucking cordless phone?
Maybe he banged that waitress chick and she bent the antenna off of his
Oh,
fucking phone.
shit. That's her thing. And that's the
Waitress
fucking
chick is
thing.
like fucking up your signals.
She'll straighten your antenna and then she'll bend it.
Mm-hmm. So, okay. So now we have a fake car chase.
Well, hold on. I'm sorry, Eddie. I know I keep interrupting,
go
but what's crazy is when he grabs Linda, the woman who was gang raped.
Yep.
Yes.
That this medical doctor, who I think you take an oath about doing no harm,
Yeah.
grabs this woman who has been horribly victimized and starts shaking her by the shoulders and yelling and screaming at her.
Yeah. Talk about shaking
Alright.
up that PTSD.
Yeah, and then throws her in the car, and after she drops a line about the that Bubba's not here, that he's at work, or that he took his hearse. He took the old hearse with him.
Yeah.
Click, click, click. It all comes into place. He says, "I know where he's heading. He's going to the construction site." So that's a construction site at the beginning of the movie where his sister got raped.
Yeah.
So you see this beautiful Firebird without the sticker pulling out, gets off the dirt road, gets on the paved road, and starts driving. And it cuts to, they're driving, I don't know, let's say north, and you see the hearse coming in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
I like that you can hear, like, he has his PA system on, so you hear, ha, ha, ha.
Yes, as they drive by, he's blasting that thing. He's like, "Hey, good looking, what you got cooking?" Mr. Radio, I think it was called. Another old joke. So he says, "I know where he's going," and he's driving to the construction site, but the killer is driving in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
So the doctor turns around and follows him, and where do they end up? The construction
The
site.
construction site, yeah.
This is a Twilight Zone situation. This is when we realize this town doesn't exist.
This is under the dome.
Yes.
They're locked. They're all locked in this town. They can't get
They're
out.
in Dark City.
They are in fucking Dark City, dude.
Without the
There's
narration,
someone
please.
controlling the narrative in some control room, dude.
But yeah, then he has a long Dukes of fucking Hazzard.
Yeah, we
style
go
chase
full
scene.
Dukes of Hazzard, but much less fun. It's not
Yeah,
really.
Tim, that's a very good point. So you take the PTSD rape victim, shake her, throw her in a car, and drive her to the place where she was raped.
Yep.
Yeah,
Maybe he's testing her. Maybe she's gonna like when he's shaking her, she's gonna be like, "Where's my nail gun? Oh shit!" I got you.
I thought you meant like testing her,
Gotcha.
like to see if she was telling the truth.
They go straight to the brown sugar factory.
And the hearse is having a little hard time driving.
A little bit. Hearse. It turns out that a hearse isn't the great getaway vehicle.
Yeah, I would also say it's not good at loading up wood if you're a person who works at a lumber yard, but whatever.
No, it makes sense because you got that big long ass space.
Maybe, but
it fits at least 6 feet of
it's
wood.
just so low.
True.
Like you would be
Right.
like you would hit a bump and you just be fucking your tires. You'd just be hitting your. Just be like. You just
Bad
be
idea.
scraping, man. But I do love the
Yeah,
fact that they.
You're not supposed to drive a hearse really fast.
That's true. I love the fact that they drive up that hill thing that obviously they set up so that way they could drive up a hill thing. But I really love the fact that the hearse, you literally hear it going like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. Oh, this hearse eats shit on this hill, man, because it's going down the backside and it gets stuck.
It does a belly
Yeah,
flop. That's what it did.
And our hero, the Nailgun killer, flops out and does like a quick ass tuck and roll. And I'm like, all right, nice. This has got to be the Dukes of Hazzard
This is
stuntman
dope.
angle.
Yep, there you go. There's your stuntman work.
This chick knows gymnastics.
And not only does she know some gymnastics, but she's a pretty fucking good runner because they're running on this loose packed shit, the brown sugar, and she's like hauling ass.
Yeah.
Gets over.
And she got boots on, too. That's not easy.
No, and with that fucking helmet on, forget it. So she, maybe in the killer, maybe the helmet's part of this downfall, but they run on top of this big mining rig.
Forever and ever
And ever. Oh, God. And we get to the top of the mining rig, and
where are you going to go?
What's the climax, the ultimate climax of this movie?
The killer gets up to the top of this, I guess, like looks like a conveyor belt, and there's no place else to go, so he decides to just climb to the outside of it and hold on for 2 seconds before he just falls off.
It just falls.
Yeah.
Wasn't holding on like just his one hand or anything like that.
Yep.
Both hands on the rail, both feet. Was at a good angle, so his weight was balanced. And then just bang.
It's
falls
really
off.
funny because when you see the body down on the ground after falling, it kind of looks like the feet just went into the brown sugar.
Yeah, it looks like whoever did it is like a fucking midget almost.
Like somebody chewed their legs off or something.
This movie would have been so much better if it was a little small person doing all the Nailgun killing.
No. Here's what happened. Part 2, secret movie. Tremors.
Leprechaun.
Tremors.
Yeah.
It's in that fucking sand. The fucking big worm is getting ready to just starting to eat his fucking feet before we cut away.
Oh, man.
Could be. I'm down with that Tremors worm eating everybody in the
Oh,
town.
yeah. The Tremors worms need to get over to this Texas town and just clean it up after this.
Then Michael Gross can come in and clean up after that.
Yeah, and also here's another point: is why does Bubba keep the helmet on at this point?
Yeah,
when they're
done.
chasing him, the doctor's screaming "Bubba, Bubba, Bubba." His sister's with him screaming "Bubba, Bubba, Bubba,"
Yeah.
but he keeps the fucking helmet on because it serves.
He
what
thought they were
purpose?
trying to ask for some hubba bubba, and yeah, it's just
that's my gump. You can't have that.
miscommunication right there. But yeah, rip the fucking helmet off. Like I feel like the helmet. I'm sure y'all feel the same way. If I have a fucking biker helmet on my face for more than 30 seconds, my whole face is drenched with sweat.
Yeah. Have you ever worn a
In
motorcycle
Texas
helmet?
heat.
It's
and
the
running.
fucking worst.
And
Yeah.
wouldn't it have made sense if at some point the doctor actually was close enough to him? Like maybe the doctor was holding on to him before he fell and like, hold on, Bubba, don't let go, don't let go.
Yeah.
And then he fucking
Yeah, like it would have
falls?
been epic if then Bubba lets go on purpose. Like, I've done my deed. I've done a lot of fucked up shit. I'm going to finish myself.
Yeah, at some point you should have like the fucking helmet come off and then
Yeah,
he
instead
falls.
it's just like, whoa.
Yeah, it's over before you even fucking know it. And then we gotta watch the fucking doctor run all the way back down the fucking machine.
Not only that, but the killer at one point actually says, now I'll get that shitty sheriff and the asshole doctor.
Yeah, he was planning on fucking him up.
So you fucked that up, but oh well, whatever. Yeah, we get the helmet taken off, and there's dead Bubba, and Sis is freaking out because she's just had heck of a day, you know.
Yeah, man. Fucking, she better stay away from that fucking construction site because third time is not the charm.
It is not working out for her. Man. So then the doctor leans over and says, I hate to see it end this way, but at least the killing is over, Sheriff. Sheriff says, Is it over? Dun, dun, dun. Linda picks up the most
dramatic line reading of the sheriff, too.
Linda picks up the helmet, walks off literally into the fucking sunset with the doctor. And there's like a little like dramatic sting of sound real quick. And I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Are we supposed to like, what does this imply?
Yeah, what are they trying to say? It was like for no fucking reason. It's like you hear the Twin Peaks music and then all of a sudden it's like, it's like, okay. Well, what am I supposed to think?
She's going to be the killer now. She's going to take over where her brother left
I guess so.
off.
They should have done something where they should have shot a scene where she sees the nail gun because he doesn't have the nail gun on him.
No, so he's literally no threat at the point that they're chasing.
Yeah, there's no threat at all. And so maybe they shoot a scene where she heads back home and she sees the nail gun in the bed.
That's right. He doesn't have the nail gun. You just have to wait for him to dehydrate himself from running. And then you got him.
Bubba, he's just running in circles. Like, Bubba, you can stop now. Bubba, come on.
Bubba wasn't the smartest brother.
Yeah, they just like walk off into the sunset. It's they just ran out of film.
Yeah.
Like, as Mike always
says. And ladies and gentlemen, that is Nailgun Massacre. So, guys, I'm glad you could join me in talking about this, and I'm glad you guys could take the time to watch it. Some of you twice. So I guess I'll start with you, Tim. What'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was a little stupid. There's some plot holes in it, but it was an enjoyable watch. And I think, it's only like an hour and 20 minutes?
It's not very and quite frankly, they could have cut that down to 60. Would have been.
If they would have cut like half the fucking killer's dialogue out, yeah.
No shit. What about you, Daniel? What'd you think?
Guys, I tried so hard to like this. I tried. And when Eddie told me earlier before we started recording that Tim liked this fucking movie, I was like, maybe I missed something. So I actually did start watching it again. And I saw like the first 30 minutes and I was like, nope, I can't fucking stand this movie. I think there's a reason why a lot of people haven't heard of it. There's just nothing that happens that is, whoa, like it's pretty chill. Yeah, there's some random nudity and things like that, but there was a ton of movies out there in the 80s that had a lot of nudity that was just in front of your face. I think there are some things. It's one of those movies that is way more fun to talk about than watch. Like, it was really fun talking about it with y'all, and it actually makes me, I guess, dig it a little bit more. But I give it a maybe check it out with some friends while you're having some beers and just laugh at it, or, but I wouldn't dedicate your whole fucking morning to it.
No, this is totally a put it on in the background at a party or something. 100.
So I'm crazy for watching it twice.
Yeah, well, you're crazy not just for that.
Yeah, you're crazy beyond that, but you're just a very dedicated. I even told myself at some point I was finishing up the movie. I was like, should I watch it again? Tim will watch it again.
All right, one day I'm just going to show up. I'm like, hey, I just finished watching this movie 3 minutes before the show.
Yeah, I gave it one watch through, but I'm pretty. I take some crazy notes on this shit. But this is an insane movie. I mean, like I said, it's worth it just for one watch. But yeah, definitely. Maybe like, I don't know, have a Nintendo Switch and be playing some role playing game or some shit in the background, so you can kind of tune out during some of these 15-minute long fucking monologues from the killer.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying you should go out and buy it on fucking Blu-ray 4K.
But
it's
I want to know, guys. I want to know if this came out. If one of those companies that they push out these freaking 4K Blu-ray horror movies that are just out there, hidden gems, would you fucking buy it?
Oh, of course.
Hell no.
Of course I would. I'm insane.
I knew Eddie was going to say.
That's
yeah.
That's like asking Bobby. I bet you Bobby has a soundtrack.
Hey, actually, during I think it's the chase scene or when they're actually chasing on foot, there's some dope ass like Sega CD type music that's going on. I'm like, I love this. You know, this.
Yeah,
just listen. Just that fucking "Devil Went Down to Georgia" knockoff in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, there's a decent.
Yeah, no, there's some fun soundtrack.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
I think the worst part is when they instead of the songs, they just have like I guess it's a woman screaming or something. It's like, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I think that's a callback to the beginning of the
rough.
movie.
I'm like, we didn't need that. Just use something else. But other than that, what are you gonna do? It's a movie. Check it out.
So
it's a movie.
Just the last note here I've got for you, Tim, is the old lady at the store.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually the director's grandmother.
I knew it. I knew she had to be somebody's fucking grandma.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's like fucking Scorsese putting his mom in every single fucking movie. I'm surprised she didn't have a painting with two dogs, one going this way and one going that way.
Kidding.
Yeah,
and that would be 1960.
She just straight read the lines off of a piece of paper and said later on that she was embarrassed about appearing in the movie after she found out about what it was and how much sex there
I was going to say, like,
so that's good.
The scene that he put her in is pretty innocent, so she probably had no fucking idea.
That's good. It's kind of like the kid in The Shining. You know?
Yeah, just make sure he thinks that it's completely okay.
Yeah, but then you got to at least put that scene in before you put any fucking naked people in the movie so you can show it to your mom and like, all right, we've seen your part. You don't need to see the rest of it.
So you're saying the movie would have started, you remember when there was just mosquitoes? And
that might have been a better start.
Could have been.
She had more energy than the fucking cop did, the sheriff.
Oh, the fucking sheriff is useless. Oh.
Useless actor. And largely useless in the movie. And just
he
in general.
doesn't figure anything out.
Yeah, the doctor is the one that figures all the shit out.
Yeah.
And not only that, but some little gal came to his office and reported a gang rape. And he didn't even bother to get the names of the people who gang raped her because it takes 6 or more of these motherfuckers to get killed before he starts putting it together.
Well, right. That's exactly why the old man's the hero. Because he nailed it. He said, all you want to do is drive around in the fucking car, you asshole.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's literally all he does in the movie.
He knew that this town was just waiting. It was just waiting for something like this to happen because he knew that the freaking police were just useless in this town.
It was the worst possible thing that could have happened with the worst possible person in charge.
What are you going to do?
Gee.
Perfect.
What year was this movie made in?
Hey, are we going to do that segment where we recommend the movies that you should watch?
Oh, yeah. Hey, thanks for hosting the show, buddy. Why don't we get to that fucking segment?
It's like my favorite segment of the show.
Okay.
So it's my least favorite segment of the show because it's hard to think of anything.
To him. Yeah, so I would say, we do a little segment at the end of the show where obviously we've watched this, we've talked about it ad nauseum. If you haven't watched it yet, cool, go watch it. But if not, if you don't want to watch it, then listen to Daniel, because he is probably the most sensible of us, I would say. But you want something that's maybe in the same vein or similar.
Yeah.
What do either of you guys have a recommendation?
I have something.
Okay.
Akiri Adat. A little Bollywood.
Tell us about Akiri Adat.
The killer also dresses up in all black and wears a motorcycle helmet. Go ahead, Daniel. What's your pick?
And just to let y'all know, Akiri Adalat is AAKHRIADAALAT. Because it's very difficult to spell, but you can find it on Netflix. Check it out. The movie that I recommend watching along with this movie is 2009's Laid to Rest. It's a slasher film directed by Robert Green Hall. And I actually really like this movie. It's pretty low budget. You know, some of the effects, it was when people were trying to use a little bit of CG with blood, and it's horrible because I really love just regular just real practical effects when it comes to blood. That's the one thing that this movie does I don't like, but the actual, like, the killings, the fact that you're not really sure what's going on, it's just it's kind of cheesy at the same time, has sort of a sense of humor to it. Laid to Rest, I think, is a good little combination to watch with this movie. I like it.
I thought you were going to pick Akiri Aladat. That's why
I know, but
I don't think so, Tim.
I always have a backup.
Which, by the way, is one of the best episodes of The Grind Bin.
Yeah, no, that was a really good one. Good old
Whoever picked that movie was
Yeah,
genius.
whoever picked that. That is how we introduced Tim to the grind bin, and that's why we have this son of a bitch on this podcast right now.
It all started from that movie.
Yeah.
Who would have known? Who would have known I owed my podcasting career to a Bollywood movie?
Yeah. So I would recommend to go along with this. One of them that we actually played on the live stream not too long ago, 1986's Shopping Mall.
Ooh, yeah.
Now, if you want...
But that's good.
Oh, it's great. Now, if you want something that's kind of hits all of the areas this one should be hitting with the sex and the killing and the just stupid fucking outfits and
yeah.
and insane deaths, but actually
that's definitely more 80s
the script.
than this one.
The script being just complete trash.
Yeah, the script is trash. But at least here you've got people that are locked up in a mall with a bunch of robot security guards that ran amok and well, just start killing everybody. That's about all you need for the story.
All you need. I love chopping. That's a great suggestion, and it's still in the 80s, so you feel like you're still in the same universe or some shit.
Yeah.
No, actually, I would say, if anything, Chopping Mall is like 100% 80s movie, and this one really, except for the fucking Firebird, doesn't really do anything with the movies.
It feels more like a 70s movie. At least the environment, like the way everybody looks and stuff, it just feels very 70s.
It really does. It's insane that it came out at 85. Like, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's odd.
Well, you know what it was? The director had to wait for his grandmother to be available.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Otherwise, it could have been out like 1977.
Yeah. She was auditioning to take over.
She had
for
to grow into the role.
Lady. So.
He's like, no, I want a really old lady working at the shop. You're not old enough yet, Grandma. Hang on.
Not yet.
Oh, man.
All right, guys. Well, like I said, thanks for joining. And, well, I guess it's time for you guys to promote your own thing. So, Daniel. Where can everybody tune in to listen to you a little bit more?
Well, if you want to hear my stupid voice more and hear me interrupt more people, you can listen to the Mustachioed Podcastio, where I cover just a complete variety of movies, from horror movies to action movies to dramas. It doesn't even fucking matter. As long as there's a killer mustache, I'm going to talk about it. I sometimes do it by myself. Sometimes I have some pretty awesome people involved, so, including Eddie and Tim. You can find their episodes. I don't have a lot of episodes, so you'll be able to find them pretty quickly. I think what Eddie, we did Up in Smoke. And Tim, we did Surviving the Game, and No Holds Barred. So I need to bring...
Yes, and I got Ice-T to add us.
Yes, somehow.
On that episode. It was just perfect timing. He tweeted something about people bitching about how he should never have been an actor. And it was literally like a 1 minute old tweet. And I just replied back, you kicked ass in Surviving the Game. And he liked it. So
that's awesome, man. I do appreciate that. But yeah, Surviving the Game episode is great. So yeah, definitely check out the show. It's very associated with Eddie's podcast, very associated with the great the Grind Bin podcast. And you can find me on Instagram at Mustachioed Podcastio, MOUSTachio, and on Twitter at MPodcastio. And yeah, just feel free to send me some movie suggestions.
Totally. That No Holds Barred episode was great, by the way.
That was a funny one.
We had a great time doing
fucking movie.
That was good.
So Tim,
I found just the perfect balance of beer and that podcast.
So Tim, anything you want to promote?
Unfortunately, I don't have a podcast of my own yet, but give me a couple of days.
Okay.
But I've been on Daniel's show, like you said. I've been on your show with the Dawn of the Dead, which was a great episode.
Oh, yeah.
I love doing that. And I think I have a couple of mini bins coming out on the Grind Bin, and maybe a movie with Daniel. I don't think they put it out yet. Mm-hmm. The one that we did, the Italian one, right?
Yeah, that one's coming up pretty soon. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out on the Grind Bin episodes coming up, and you'll be able to hear the voices of Eddie, me, and Tim like throughout a lot of those episodes. So
yep.
And I would definitely recommend anybody who likes the show to join Eddie's Patreon, because between the movies that he's got in his Bloody Bit Vault, BBW, and his radio station, you'll be pleasantly surprised.
69.420, the act.
I will say I haven't had a chance to join yet, so I will be popping in there and seeing what's going on in the Patreon for Eddie.
We got a lot of fun going on. Like I said, like Tim was saying, we've got the Blood Bank, which is a server I spun up that's got a bunch of pirate...
Yeah, he actually went out and bought a fucking server, and like what? You're buying like 25 fucking terabytes of memory and shit like that?
Yeah, I got a server spun up. If you want to watch some weird horror movies that probably nobody owns the rights to anymore, they're up there, and that's part of the Patreon, as well as, like you said, the radio station that's broadcasting coast to coast with other random interruptions. Usually, like a lot of old time radio horror drama.
Cool, man. That's freaking
Definitely
dope.
worth checking out. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining, and this is how I end it.